ene di ACN solo e de ho nsem beba enra Wolves elusu to West Ham United ama enei Tottenham Hotspur omakwakoda relegation zone no coach ani David Roberto Di Zerbi at Tottenham afano as their new coach ebebo the first game over the weekend ewa abroad na ni eche the Stadium of Light abroad ne Sunderland e di ACN say enebeko e di ama Tottenham ombe survival ewa the 2025-2026 English Premier League na say eye relegation eye machine no ebe fa Tottenham na do mo akoni nyina na ho nsem ha yebedi ho enkomo ura Spanish La Liga enra Real Madrid boy against Girona na game ni ba na wiye no na Madrid asheba ko ama Girona asheba ko so kamia yesese no Real Madrid ye je La Liga mu de ama Barcelona so akwa ba bibia bokode
nyame adom boss bibia nyame adom bibia
okay Catalonia derby ni da bay
ene yes Barcelona okay. Espanyol
enti ze Barcelona win on betwum say
on betwum 9 points
there's a league near you
yeah but Abeloa intro in town here to see we are Madrid yebusa ni say league ni over no asemo Alvaro Abeloa e kan o see we are Madrid afa so Champions League return leg quarter final on the Bayern Airbono or say they will make a comeback on Wednesday. He's very sure ti ni nyina ehonsem ewa hanom ti Madrid bread boss on him said the last 3 games omo entimi nya win no against Mallorca omo lusu ye against Bayern omo lusi and enra omo abodro 5 goals conceded in the process.
Madrid last 3 games almost shave. Okay.
And then Madrid game and number in SMP ewumwa.
Me hu say man for start omo ekeka ho nsem say Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah, almost say
omato no enu no omo ho.
O ba tenra so ye pai na ni ho ananka Madrid dey penalty ba.
Omato no enu omo ho. Ni goal she no and she dan fa bibia.
All say Mbappe so free injury ba no game bia wa bo bia Madrid ntimi win.
Sentino so omato no enu omo ho. Na say no MC Vinicius edimba pesunkunim aname boa
goals ne dey wedin zungu na ball ne dey
talent wise there
yeah
he's Real Madrid best player
Vinicius
but no Mbappe but as a team Real Madrid the bobo na person who say team bobo a hono na who say Mbappe to sini kakra nti e kire say individual quality alone enti ma won win trophy
yes
enti sese ama Real Madrid omo supporters ne buafu and some of keka na nyasem keto say nyame ya aduma Tuesday omo ball against Bayern Munich na nyoma jigudia Wednesday yes Wednesday nyoma jigudia na say asema nyasa eno so ho sem ha
trophyless no
ai enye di edikan ni bi esida enti eno so ho nsem wa ha ayebedi ho enkomo ura Italian Serie A game kese eba so weekendi ebekoso ewo Como eho ena Inter Milan league leaders ekwakushia Como ewo ho eno so ebedi ho enkomo saa so ena AC Milan ene Udine ebebone enra game ba ko ba so Italian Serie A no AS Roma ehye Pizza ewo musu game course ni nyina no solo aboabo ho nsema ode ebetudwa ene anopa German Bundesliga games ewo ho ani nyina no solo ede betudwa ede amaye wo dwumade nsu ne nsema hodo a ekoso ewo amano ni nyina no gise utie Solomon Kata ekoso no so betimi do adwenkyere aba ewo 0241 915555 0241 915555 odu adwenkyere ba yebekenkan ewo afidie so ede ama say WhatsApp SMS ni nyina no ode ba yebekan ede ama saa so na wura Facebook a search for Oyerepa Radio ubetimi do nsema for na YouTube eso Oyerepa Radio eho nyina no yebeje nsem ede afiwe na no pay yebedi hu dwuma ede ama ye wiama no ne nsem na solo yebebe fie na yabedi nkomo so ewo fie Black Stars coach in Sensem baby AC ena no pay ewo dwumadi ni so ye de ho nsem ebetudwa abekaya na watwi mu ena the sports minister Owura Kofi Idi Adams ono ena ye minister for sports and recreation de betudwa se acha no enkosi dwada de na the new Black Stars coach solo mpanyifo edini din aba betudwa enra the executive council of Ghana Football Association Asia na meeting ni pensia ɛna ɛkɔ meeting no nipa nsia 6 ɛna ɛkɔ meeting no deɛ ɛkɔɔ so wɔ meeting no ase no solo yɛatena sɛ yɛde bɛba
exclusive
yɛde bɛba ɛwɔ dwumadi no nkɔmmɔ no nyinaa no ɛfa the next coach ɛde ma the Black Stars of Ghana the next coach ɛde ma the Black Stars of Ghana sese deɛ sɛ maka kyerɛ sɛ solo ɛyɛ setting sɛ coach ɛbɛfa no no ɛyɛ World Cup no deɛ kɔbɔ
but ɔkɔna ɔyɛ ade a ebia no bɛ extend
ɛyɛ World Cup nti deɛ ɔbɛgye atom no ɔwɔ ɛyɛ bonus kɛseɛ ampanyinfoɔ de bɛma no sɛ kɔba sɛ otimi de Ghana qualified the free group stage of the World Cup amanfoɔ bebree na so akyerɛkyerɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ anka ebenya anka mayɛ ha ɛho bebree because World Cup no yɛkɔfa Bruni o yɛkɔfa Morino yɛkɔfa Pep Guardiola o one ha group ni yɛn qualify nti si ɛbɛyɛ ne yɛkɔfa coach bi ne akɔsɛ sika kɛseɛ ebi ɔbɛgye $150,000 ne saa nyɔmanyɔma no anka yɛn pay local coach si bi na yɛn save sika
local coach si sɛ so we kwesi apia akra free wa omo maka ne beba fo
ebetimi aka be 3 bia bom na ye do magina bench wo se monko ebi esida wo
3 minimum but say those times no so we level now as compared to ne no hu say need any do those times because those times say the wa can be at the CK
agent nko agina ti ye ka be miensa bom a
antinka ha
ebi akiafa Bashu Hayford na yafa Didi Dramani na mamehwe hwan biem
nanka
kwesi de ono kwa betumi akọ ana se bia yafa kwesi apia as head coach na ye the bash any Didi atane to
na se Didi
se monkobo World Cup
Didi na anu ya na o ya assistant
emfa ho
oni George Boateng
emfa ho kwesi apia head coach Bashu Hayford any Didi Dramani no mutanachi
omo de omo so nke ebe du be 100,000
enu
so kwesi be gi ni 50
enu kwesi World Cup one ne keka ne ye pa convince ne ye edidi nkomo wa akire ma ne hu se o de abusuasem ne ho ahwan nyina no de tugu na beje adwuma na ya menye sure se o ka kire kwesi o ma no so be ma ne bonus so te me chana se
kwesi be 35-40 o beje
na so kwesi
bash so bi abe 2015
bash kwa 10 ye $10,000 so na Didi so 10,000 so te me chana se eti ho no kra na be $60,000 na ya do matena play mu straight Canada US Mexico monkobo World Cup ne Ghana nti amafo bebre so achecho madwene ene wo fa ba bia obi a che na dwene fa the next coach of the Black Stars direction bay na yemfa yani enche se ye kofa coach a ye ko tua ne ka be over $100,000 anase ye kan local coaches be miensa bom se monfo yenko World Cup ade no ye kwa de broni ni de bedru no ehwa na ebedru na yemre fi ni ma mehwe ye areas as ye invest sika e ma ye football ni timi etumpon
unse sa ensem na ya nkrofo nka de bia ya na me position bi se sika no se ya mfa nkwa bobo ne ho bra kra na ye ba omumfa me ye de wo se ye de so acha se o de fa ni se ye ma broni code be $150,000 ye se bi eso tinki emfa kwesi apia nko ne ma ni 50 se de be ye be save sika no me point ne say sa ye ma kwesi se ye de kwesi ko ne ma ni 50 anka 100 bi na e da chire na nka ye de be ma broni no e ma me ye hwe wa ha
okay
but se de make what I say
me tie pa
sa 100 na da chire so ye mfa bibini nko ne service ka no ye service ka na enduru Ghana e ma ye hwe wa ha omo mfa ma nti sa no ne de ama broni no na wa coach ye preko no ko sa me position anu no senka ya de so yeso yen save cost na yen first can me boa football na ye ba e bia league Premier League clubs ye yo mu say e bia pitches ye de ye say e meduru ye mfa nye ombe ya penkrofo bi adwudwudwamu wo ho no ma per diem honorarium ne ho ahwan ne bonuses ne ade na asa ti sa ne de mabro ni di no
enti oso obetimi do de aba kwan be na ofu say ye fa so efa eye coach e de ma Black Stars ekọ eye 2026 World Cup na ebetimi aboa Black Stars ye nkwa ama no ne ana say ye mfa coaches e wo fie na yɛfo mo enkobo eye World Cup no eno so ewa ha a ebedi enkomo ebekɔ line so na yene mpanyifo kakra eso atimi atwetwe enkomo Ghana Premier League yade a games ekoso enra baako ekoso ewo doma eho na Aduana Stars ehye babia ni Go Stars kamienu ema aduaye babia ni Go Stars etimu ebaako eno so de ekoso game ni mu no yebedi hu nkomo ewo dwumade so games ebekoso anase ebeto aso mediema nyame ya adom akina ewo eye TNA Stadium mo ene Asante Kotoko ene di ACN mediema force game o matuni din do or die aha di besi ena coach and din ede eye Prince Owusu head coach Edema Asante Kotoko ono so say we eye game anya de akotoko beko so mo ekwa akogu mo ho anima ase
enwumre mi hu kwasi edu post bi o Facebook
sir after mo game
na the import of the message ne say o de yenko na edru awie ho a osisini awie ye o se bi
na be hu chale
o
okay ewie amehwe
me kai bi bisa on say league no Go Stars ebo awe a na Mediama ebo home na Go Stars ebo awe nti one the last 3 game weeks Go Stars be dasro the following week na Mediama be dasro
okay
no mo bono
but also mo mienu so game on bebo no takwa
e honom na e be decided the obeje league no
okay.
Because certain say enye certain cry likely say omo home games nyina no ombe win.
Okay, enti Dreams FC Suna 11 Wonders edibesi ni Nations FC ewo Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex omone Basaka Holy Stars. Kerala United ewo Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium omone Heart of Lions enedi ebesi ni saso ena Samates ewo Insenche Sports Arena omo eni Bekum Chelsea. Young Apostles ewo eye Wenchi Sports Complex amakajo za de wo de ba eye correction ni omo churo sama ye no Wenchi Park. Young Apostles Debbie park Wenchi Park omo ene eye Swedru All Blacks ene di ABC ni eno eye games ebekoso eye over the weekend after say no ba akoko so ewo doma ye di kan di atudwa say Aduana Stars ehye eye Gold Stars ekamienu emomo eti eye emu ebaako sa so ena awura ha
no mahu coach no never despair remain focused bibiani na killer beula show.
Okay, ebe killer crew do. Ura eye Division 1 so asese no solo hoso ayede ha odu ani eche eye zone 1 zone 1A eho ena eye Tamale City. Yes. Tamale City omo ena ehuri adasro ewo eye zone 1A no omo ewo 54 points and after Royal Tamale United so ewo 46 points omo etosu bi na say the Tamale City say ba omo ba bebo so omo ni playoff
yeah
omo ni DBB United omo ewo zone 1B and the ABC ni DBB so ko zone 1B na omo edikan ewo 56 points KAC Soccer Academy and etosu bi no omo 43 games ebe koso zone 1A and zone 1B nyina no ye de ebe tu edwa Tamale City amoda top omone Yapi FC ene di ebesi ni RTU omotosu no onso ene Boga All Stars eso ebe boy ne eye Tamale City game no yo china ena RTU game no so eye ne zone 1B also so eye leaders DBB United omo ene Brekum Arsenal ene di ACN Arsenal Brekum Arsenal the late Alhaji Yakubu Moro the team eye Brekum Arsenal solo say omo ko relegation
Division 2
mo do mo ni Division 2 anasa say omo ko onjawi ombekwa ko bo playoff na say nyoma ajiegu ewo ho Alhaji Yakubu Moro achipa ni o solo ka Alhaji wo ho a kanya dia we ebesi nti hosusu games ebekoso ayede ho ensem ebetu edwa afa ukọ eye zone 2 games ebaso over the weekend FC Ashanti Gold the top ewo eye zone 2 omo ene Rose Park FC game we bekoso Akon Park eno ewo takwa ena sa game we ebekoso afa Ebusua Dwarfs omo ene tosumienu omo so nyame ya adoma eye ochina omo ni Police National ene di ACN ene odu ani kire bekwa Gemfis Park new adibiase etnefie ni second 11 whites ede ACN eno so ehon sem wa ha ayede betu jambacho Alhaji Cruiser King Fraser ɔmo so zone 2 ɛyɛ zone 2 ha na ɔmo wɔ nyame yɛ adom ɛkyena ɛwɔ Babayara Sports Stadium ɔmo ne Ebony FC so ɔnim sɛ Ebony Thomas Dua ɛna yɛ ɔmo coach awodu team no Thomas Dua ɛna yɛ ɔmo coach uko zone 2 na FC Ashanti Gold ɔmo ɛna di kan ɔmo ɛwɔ 52 points ɛna afɛ busua Dwarfs to so bi no ɔmo so ɛwɔ 44 points na udidi nkɔmɔ ɛso wɔ Boase a so FC Ashanti Gold so mo enya qualification ba Premier League ni ma mo wɔ adwuma yɛ as a still Boase for ne hyɛ dan yɛ ɔmo ntum sɛ yɛ ɔmo team so mbɛbɔ ɔmo games ɛwɔ Boase Lincoln Sports Stadium no mpɛ so mo nya dɔm anaasɛ Boase man no kuro no fa ɛyɛ team ni sɛ yɛ ɔmo team a
but ɔmo nanse ɔmo kɔ hɔ nom na echitafo ne bapa
odidi nkɔmɔ wɔ Boase a grounds ne nyɛ
okay
nti ɔmo nyɛ ho adwuma Alhaji Kunde one nkɔfo ɔmo nyɛ ho adwuma sɛ de bɛyɛ a ɔmo ɛbɛgyema tum afɛ zone 3 ɛhɔ Post City FC ɔmo atetim baabi ɔmo nam no ɛbɛyɛ den so ɔmo ntimi qualify mebo Premier League ni bi nti ɔmo soso ɛwɔ 58 points atam the visa tosumienu ɔmo wɔ 45 points Uruhema Okwa United the pride of Kwa ɔmo ɛtosu du baako ɛyɛ Nana Kwame Dankwa the team Okwa United on say ne ɛna Nana Kwame Dankwa osie ne maame ɛwɔ ɛyɛ ne bɛkɔ so wɔn kan on ɛyɛ general manager de ma Okwa United so ɔmo tosu du baako Okwa United ɛwɔ ɛyɛ
dwumadie de as I say de watwene ho crowd
say
ɔmo yɛ donation mi hu sɛ no gyina mbi
nipa bɛyɛ bi na game kɛse ɛbɛkɔ so ɛwɔ ɛyɛ zone 3 no ɔkyena ɛwɔ ɛyɛ Kokrantumi Ɔhene Park ɛhɔ ɛna ɛyɛ Post City FC ɛne Atram Divisa ɛde besie ni Great Olympics so nyoma nkoye solo nyoma nkoye Olympics to so nkono ɛwɔ ɛyɛ zone 3 weekend ɔmo ni Golden Cake ɛna de AC ni na afei Okwa United ɔkyena ɛwɔ Karendorf Park ɔmo ni Golden Warriors ɛde AC ni other games ɛbɛkɔ so nyina no yɛbɛdi ho enkomo ɛne anɔpɛ ɛwɔ dwumadie ni so ɛnkyɛ solo ɛde yɛbɛwura amanɔne na afei nsɛm ɛwɔ amanɔne nyina no solo abɔmɔden ɛtimi ɛde ato yɛ ni ma ha ɛyɛ Oyerepa 100.7 program no yɛ live on your TV ɛyɛ Oyerepa TV ɛna wohwɛ yɛ ɛde afi on your radio ɛyɛ Oyerepa radio 100.7 ɛna afei on YouTube eso yɛ Oyerepa radio ho be nyina no obetimi do nsɛm afa sɛ mdi kan de to dwa no wo adwenkyerɛ bi a obetimi de aba ɛwɔ SMS anase WhatsApp number no ɛyɛ 0241915555 0241915555 ɛno so ɛwɔ ha o de ba sulu yɛbɛkenkan mu nsɛm ɛde amount mame fa ya osankide message eni wanim na afi fawura ɛyɛ nkofo nkro so o say the combination of 3 of our local coaches with James Kwesi Appiah as the head coach will be far better than going in for a foreign coach who are coming to chop our money for nothing. I wish Kumasi Asante Kotoko all the best of luck in our football as they come against Mediama in the GPL. Yao Osankide Edifri Taifa and Kai and Asolo or de Aba on the amount for some. Say young country coaches in Coach Kwesi Appiah and the Dano. Bashir Hayford and the Didi Dramani omo fa yanko World Cup and no case close
sir
asa
hey
oze
but they say they likely
oh
say no common course no say wa wo fearless ne dey but
me wo fearless
but so
one way say the nyoma siko no one way minister announcement Monday no emma so
sir
based on nhyiamu na course no ane de menim say bi ene oma besa ye quick meetings bia so ho say ba bia ye du no ye du or die o
menim pa
say efefo we nim omo sa kofa coach bi ba na ekugu ye ho ni ma se World Cup so lo mamu ha ene omo
as I say no say announcement number Monday and say omo 3 no omo shortlist ye no
say nyoma be be we so omo ye
yes
offer the technical bench of coach Otuwadwa coach obeba no eso ogitum whether so no mo be ya adwuma ana so no so the staff beba
we dey you say odinipa be se num Paulo Bento ene be di na chi aba
abane nyina ne se odo mo ba no hwam na efiri mo hwam na ebe ka ho
eno so ahwa na asem asi
ntini nyina na eso mo resolve
Ba ofa local coach dey likely so the way mo abi di na
chi.
Yeah.
Ba asema ye kan say Sika kono anyi Milo anyi Otuado anyi Chrisutin anyi Otuado number 2 anyi okay ka compensation a yetua solo ye do $2 million e de amasa akochisi ye ntimi ntena hoda bia e ma efe ni moyeka sika no so eba ye nyina ye sika we enye individual bi otf wo sika ye Ghana fo sika Ghana ye sika ene di twa sa compensation no o mampanyini wo hoyi e Ghana fo na ato abayi na so mampanyini ene o de Ghana fo sika ebu o man no zolo se de make out o de Ghana fo sika ebu o man no
miti boss
it is the Ghana fo sika ye bibia ho de wontimi ntena ba bi nka se e fe ni de e nipa bi ena adwan ne e fe ni nti obi ntimi nka bi Blasters assembly obi etimi kabi national team obi etimi kabi essence e di sika na eye
no correct
it is a monim semba kwa kofa coach biara na ba momi hwefie ne mpebu ofie fa nko because group na edem no solo si e kone yan qualify nya hwe ana meboa
but there was a nke free munaja or the round of 32
ba yan qualify nya hwe
they say increase teams in into nka round of 32 be crank Kenya bad
o de yeti o de yenya quick yi fa no kure kan asemo
yeah
Blaster team you obi tia England
ebeding
tia Croatia
ebeding
tia Panama
kure ebeding Panama for no na me to me bonhwe omo but omo last friendly games of South Africa boy no onzo mo born me nu na me nyanto bo ase hwe game ne pa after so mo boy but me feel say Ghana for bi e bia wutie o hwe na o underrate Panama but your sasha ase adwene ho biem ana so de onya akwanya na betimi ahwe sa game na ko YouTube e da ho South Africa Panama friendly game
no akohwe
o
say the Panama for
we do say the Panama ball mo ball now they are compare there no
okay
na so expectations was so pa no asha say so low no but don't say ana make say from now till World Cup time then what dey but dynamics in the doors but looking at your current performance against Germany and Austria no say and no one dey kobo Panama game na boss we should be very careful and yes I hear now mama
enti eno so ene de wo ho no solo kakra so wo ho a ebia ya moboso adwumadi ne koso no eni nyina ebewrewrem ene kaminya kamema breaking news bi
ewo hin Ghana ya
ai
we na breaking news
minya kamema breaking news bi me hu de ode timanim no
ena we jai I say unim za de no ye twen se be babati ya
minya ya kamema breaking news kese pa
de ya mienu ni mu baako say de ye twen no mienu
but
ye twen
football ye solo
eden on
Ghana football ye ajiska wo
sa
ajiska
okay
ajiska pa
any breaking news
ajiska da bi menkan abotre ajiska
but say me wo division 2 na me privy to some of the expenses and
ajiska nti unya obi na odinisika ebeboa eye utima
okay
na waso no soro tede me kan tama say na waso no soro the new board our mabawa Asante Kotoko no solo eze Kotoko supporters so mo so
okay
momon to o mase
kakre yombe
momon tena ho ema obi amfa board na nim twitwi fom
ska kuma na
asana mekanitini me
say we ye na me so me
board na ene o maba Asante Kotoko no
okay
ma Asante Kotoko supporters enkasa intia omo momo obi enfomo nim entwitwi fom obi ya omo nsore eme defend omo kakra solomatie eni few ayi mansi omo ba yi
kakrom de ahye
team no no
etimi si
we ye supporter na e di team no man e ka se kofa sika be sha onfa meye
okay
enya de ade beba be ti se mpanyifo ya gya tu se omo be serve club na sulu omo nso muye
okay
na so ma anye ama board we anye team ni ya
okay
ene kotoko ne de menim da ebe ye biem
okay afei na ma two break
mpanyifo mi ensan eye owura do shop
yeah
opanyini Edmark na afi Kofi Aban
yeah
owura James Osei Brown awoye chairman na afi Mr Kwesi Osei Ofori awoye vice chairman na Mr Kofi Amoa Aban ono ye member sa mpanyifo mi ensan Asante Kotoko supporters enso muye pa omo enso muye because kakra na mehu no sulu enafom
free no matter breaking news na say
enafom kra
no baby free ba
enafom
skakum
enafom sulu enafom nti we kakra
ayi
kwa manone why
oh sir
kwa manone why
senka utu fu ina nka me so me de kakra so say fa abu census no
o de okoba na edi hu nkoma
okay because last month sika bia sika fa abu census ni nyae no me te no me boto kakra see swat kra
ya semo
sika fa abu census ni nyae last month boss unim say the code training grounds are e be how expenses for a week kra hanso
enafom tina meka cho se enyoma eden se de achitafo ne wo abonten omuhunu no ewo mu ne nyesa na te ena se de ekasi wo team no ho no enye obia na ade team ne ma na obeje
okay
enye obia na ade team ne ma na obeje
okay
nti se nei panyifo miensa agi atum so mbe ya Asante Kotoko omonso muye nyesa debi solo because hu yanka but na you too late
sure
yankwa mano nemra
enti ye gina sa ensem ne so na ya demo akọ enkrofon so ene anopai matches p ena eba coaches any players din komo ewo eye games a eto no eho enra ya te ho ediama matches ahodo ena eba so a ye di ni nyina ho komo ena no extensively ewo eye dwumadie no eso o messages no ye di ka cho sem 0241 915555 on WhatsApp 0241 91 5555 on WhatsApp on the bar. Yaba kenkan the amount so no live Oyerepa radio on Facebook Oyerepa TV Ghana. Also benya na washa ya so television so no Oyerepa TV or scan you decoder na ubenya se bia uni Oyerepa TV TV ne so or scan ubenya na washa both digital.
Me ba am say ye bobo features no samedo obekum ni po. Say has the vision here be ne
Saturday fixture
and no because
vision home yes near J Kraku
3 p.m. Okay, all right. Has any vision FC
yes
and now coach na dwana no no
coach ne say media nsem no say opeso nya first goal
okay
because has known for not scoring too many goals so nya first goal has best so omu be
but has the best away side in the league
okay
has the best away side in the league inti hoso so onhweniye
okay
so ho onhwenyome na edi anya no ewo
so nya first goal say kimanu ano no
sa
has baby momu biem dia ne asembesi wo ne eje kra
okay na has timi wini ene game na omo be move to 49 points
1 point behind
Mediama and 2 behind Gold Stars inti has ewo title chase nim
okay didi so aka say almost person keep pressure no on
Yes.
Entino said ya na ye kanono ye remna fe ye de ensem no ede amamo ewo eye dwumadie ne so matches a etojam over the weekend urem ewo bibrem ha CAF Confederations Cup ne CAF Champions League matches eba so na enra eya dia CR Belouizdad ene Zamalek game no eba so na game no ekọ na wie na Zamalek woma to CR Belouizdad akoshomo ekabako a womo entumi ante honum sending so send return leg no nyame ya domo am 17th of April next weekend and a return leg no eba so ene USM Alta omo any Olympic Club Safi ebo ewo CAF Confederations Cup no emum anom by way of matches eba so ewo CAF Confederations Cup semi-finals medem ehun samnom ede amount afe oko CAF Champions League nim so me ba twa ne game ba kom na eba so chena na ba ko so atoja na AS4 any RS Mechanic and ebo and 7 p.m. and a side game no eba so Esperance de Tunis any Mamelodi Sundowns game no ochina anumre 7 p.m. side game no dan so etoja ewo CAF Champions League ni mo eno so enkama no eba ewo eye dwumadie ne so enem no pay we rem our the major European leagues 5 major leagues no and I am pempi rem na fe de ho nsem no agema ewo eye dwumadie no eso na dedi kan kra ne be rem our the French league na ye din komo kakra ho ni nyane se enra ya dia 2 matches and a bar so our French league no emu a Marseille atifie wo mo ahamiansam ama ayetimani din edemet omom ate academy bako afe Paris FC AS Monaco eshomo ekanan AS Monaco ete academy bako enra na disappointing for Monaco womo eboboko no Paris FC edinkan about 3 goals and a Monaco ete academy bako ansakra and a Paris FC one more the 4th goal no so esa game ni man sempi every game ni mo e ba de be mamo dwumadie ni so na me ba choti ni ye na games eba so no AJ Oxe any Nantes ebo 5 p.m. on a game ni ba so Stade Rennais any Angers ebebo ochina OGC Nice ebo Le Havre Toulouse ebo Lille Metropole na Olympique Lyonnais any Laurent game no eno abasom the French league anymore eho ensem no eba me ba cho PSG dikan wo mo 63 points RC Lens totsumie no wo mo 59 Olympique Marseille totsumie nsa wo mo 53 Lille Metropole tosu 9 wo mo 50 AS Monaco tosu num wo mo 49 Olympique Lyon wo mo tosu nsia wo mo 48 points so hodman no by way of French league table wo come go king chart ni so Ezekiel Lepont Rennes wabo 16 goals Javier Pinachelli Strasbourg wabo 16 Mason Greenwood Marseille wabo 15 and Hudson Edouard former Crystal Palace Woman striker ball and my excellent. Wabo 12 goals. Go king chat no. Esuna fe Florin Balagoon. AS Monaco. Wabo goals no 11. Honoma ya je won sam no. Ejem mo. Dwumadie no eso na ye free the French League anymore. Ye rem German Bundesliga. Na matches eba so no. Ye de hon sam no amount. Dwumadie no so na chanen so esa me ba cho rem German Bundesliga na say ena matches eba so no eno so ehun sam no etie enra Osberg any Hoffenheim ebo 2-2 and games eba so no 1:30 FC Heidenheim any FC Union Berlin ebo Borussia Dortmund ebo Leverkusen 1:30 RB Leipzig ebo Borussia Mönchengladbach VfL Wolfsburg ebo Eintracht Frankfurt St. Pauli Ebebo Bayern Munich. Side game no a late kickoff. 4:30 p.m. and eba so nyame admochna FC Cologne. Ebebo Werder Bremen. VfB Stuttgart. Ebo Hamburger SV. Na Mainz 05. Ebo SC Freiburg. Ochina games and also eba so no emu Bayern Munich decline. Womo, 73 points. Dortmund Tosumie no more 64 RB Leipzig Tosumie san 53 Stuttgart me ba chenra womo Tosuna yes almost 53 afe Hoffenheim Tosunum womo 51 Leverkusen Tosun si almost 49 Eintracht Frankfurt Tosun so almost 39 and a Freiburg Tosun wachia womo 37 points and so our German Bundesliga table no Hurricane about 31 goals Eddie Kane goal king chart so Dennis Under Stuttgart 18 Luis Diaz Bayern Munich 15 Sergio Guirassy Dortmund 13 and I Christoph Baumgartner RB Leipzig about 12 goals Michael Olise Bayern one on 11 German Bundesliga no and sumwa one sam no eba yerem Italian Serie A na ya dinkoma kakra Serie A animo and Roma omochi Pisa ebo mo ekamiensa Pisa and to me ante sam kano na unim say Doniel Malet wonu nya hat-trick edema AS Roma womo bobo kono abrano a womo winning by 3-0 and ebo 1 p.m. Cagliari ebo Cremonese Unipol Tomus na game ne baso afe Torino Ebo Hellas Verona, Stadio Olimpico Gran Torino, 4 p.m. AC Milan, Udine, San Siro, and a fair number 6:45 p.m. Atalanta Bergamo, Juventus, New Balance Arena, Bergamo, Ochina, matches early kickoff, 10:30. Genoa, Sassuolo, Stadio Luigi Ferraris, Genoa, Afe. Parma, Napoli, 1 p.m. Estadio Tardini, 4 p.m. Bologna, Lecce, Renato Diarra, Bologna, Nafe, Como, any international Milan game, no, Abaso, Giuseppe Siningaglia, Como, Cromo Anumasa game, no, 6:45, Monday, Fiorentina, Lazio, 6:45, Stadio, Atemio Francia, and on Sameba, Italian Siriano, Woko Syria table Neswa, say, and Inter Milan, Eddie Kane, 172, Napoli Tosumieno, 165, AC Milan Tosumiensan. 163, Como Etoso 9, 158, Juventus Etosonum, 157, Roma Etoso Ensia, 157, and Atalanta Bergamo, Etoso Ensua, Romo Enso 57 points. Italian Serie Animo, Afe Capo Cannonieri, Gold King Chart, Italian Serie A. Lautaro Martinez, Inter Milan, 16 goals. Abrantiani Dinde Item Dovicas, Como. 11, Nico Pass, Como, 10, Kenan Yildiz, Juve, 10, and I fake Kevin Davis, Udine, 10, Rasmus Højlund, Edeman Napoli, Bobo Kona, 10 goals, Italian, Syria, Capo Cannonieri, Nimoa, and Samnon Eba, Wuram, Spanish Premier League, Honan Sempi. Efriaba na enra na nyasem ketwaka ninyane sam ayadia Madrid Bobo Kono womon eni Girona edi tata so game ni corner wie ye Stadio Santiago Bernabeu na Madrid ashaba akoma Girona womo ashaba ko Thomas Lemar enya Girona goal no after se Fede Valverde abom the only goal German Madrid was that game no emo enam Saturday Real Sociedad ebo Alaves a game no 12 p.m. Koso Real Arena San Sebastian Nyamiya Dumua 2:15 Elche Ebo Valencia Estadio Martinez Valero na game neighbor so FC Barcelona any Espanyol Ebo the Catalan derby Spotify Camp Nou 4:30 and a game no 8 jam Ebo 7 Sevilla any Atletico Madrid Ebo Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Seville na Nyamiya Dumua say na matches no and so on cemetery 12 p.m. Osasuna Ebebo Real Betis Stadium my friend El Sadar Pamplona Afe Mallorca Ebebo Rayo Vallecano 2:15 a game neighbor so Estadio Mallorca, San Mois, Afei Celta Vigo, any Real Oviedo Bebo 4:30, Ewo Balaidos, Ewo Vigo, Athletic Club Bilbao, any Villarreal Bebo, Ewo San Mamés, and some Ewo Bilbao, and by way of the Spanish Premier League matches Etoja over the weekend. Ya didn't want some no, Ediama Ewo Jumadian so we call a Liga table Nesua, and Real Madrid and to me and winning. Barca dikai womum ewo 76, Madrid tosumieno 70, Villarreal tosumiensa 58, Atletico Madrid tosu 9 57, Betis etosunum 45, Celta Vigo tosunsia 44, and a Real Sociedad etosunso womum ewo 41. Afei aye Pichichi goalkeeping chart Kylian Mbappe Lotin Madrid wabo 23 goals. Vedak Muriki ono eshe goal editia Madrid wabra Mallorca and then aye Madrid boy on 19 goals. Anti Bujeme ewo Osasuna or 15, Lamine Yamal ewo Barca or 14, Mikel Oyarzabal or Real Sociedad or 12 goals. Robert Lewandowski ewo Barcelona or 12, Ferran Torres ewo Barcelona or 12, Vini Jr. ewo Madrid or 11, Rafinha ewo Barcelona or 11, and Afe Borja Iglesias ebo Edema Celta Vigo wano Enso ewo 11 goals ewo Spanish Premier League Pichichi goalkeeping chart ne so yede no Enso akogu ewo the English Premier League and West Ham United echi Wolverhampton Wanderers eso mo ekanna ya womum antumi antisaka no e game am etoja ewo London Stadium and matches no early kick-off anopaya 11:30 a.m. Arsenal at Emirates Stadium London. Woman AFC Bournemouth Brentford any Everton game near 2 p.m. Ewo G-Tech Community Stadium. Afe Burnley any Brighton and Hove Albion. One game no NC at 2 p.m. Ewo Turf Moor. Na fe 4:30 a late kickoff and a dear Liverpool Bobo Kono. Woman any Fulham at the bed Jamso. Ewo Anfield and no Liverpool na sa game no and SMP and a free move by ya don't some no and the Bamo Ewo Jumadian so and them on pay Namia Dumochna Crystal Palace and Newcastle United. One game no Basso 1 p.m. Koso Ewo Selhurst Park Ewo London 1 p.m. Cronano Nottingham Forest Aston Villa Bob the City Grounds or Nottingham after 1 p.m. Sunderland any tournament per game no a Stadium of Light and after 3:30 p.m. and I had the biggest game our weekend in England Chelsea to Stamford Bridge woman in Manchester City at the bedtime so and Sakra and the Joada Namia Tumua Manchester United and Leeds United game no Abaso Old Trafford asa game no 7 p.m. and then also ebetmi atoja hon semnom eba we ram the English Premier League table mame fan to jam ese Arsenal and edikan the EPL one the table ne so one 70 points. Man City etosumieno one 61. Manchester United tosumiensa one 55. Aston Villa tosu 9 one 54. Liverpool tosunum one 49. Chelsea tosunsia one 48. Brentford tosunso 146. Everton tosun wache 146. Fulham tosun club 144. Brighton and Hove Albion etosu edu 43 points. The EPL table na relegation zone no after West Ham United win and Sakaya aba na ningna hon sam no aba wabram orani tinde Roberto Di Zerbi one so akasam aja fam da wakoda relegation zone and afeni match a dikan obo tournament spray ombobo kona so na no pay ningna pack da odwumade no so we can go king chat the EPL ni mo Erling Haaland na LED the goal king race no or 22 goals afeni I go Thiago Brentford was 19 Antoine Semenyo about 15 Man City Joao Pedro Chelsea player was 14 Danny Welbeck about the Brighton was 12 Afen Hugo Ekitike Liverpool was 11 Victor Gyökeres Arsenal about 11 Harry Wilson Fulham about 10 and Afen Dominic Calvert-Lewin Leeds United about 10 Ama Bruno Guimaraes I don't know Ebo Eke Emma Newcastle United Bobo Kono one so ahyɛ 9 goals ɛwɔ the English Premier League goal king chart ne so ɛwɔ nsɛm no aba ɛwɔ ɛyɛ dwumadie ne so ɛna no pay enti major leagues no ɛna yɛde wɔn nsɛm ne nyina de ama ɛwɔ show ne so afei yɛwram na nsɛm a ɛno ada ɛtɔdwa ɛwɔ matches ahodoɔ ɛba so no yɛdi ne nyina ɛho nkɔmɔ yɛhyɛ aseɛ ɛwɔ Spanish La Liga no emu unim sɛ no Madrid, woman to me and share, woman Girona, about 1-1 into the 3rd game in a row. Our all competitions now, dear Madrid. To me, I win games, no, Bakokra, Mallorca, SM Madrid 2-1 last weekend. Midweek, you know, woman lose to Bayern Munich. Our the UEFA Champions League, you know, and so indeed 2-1. Our a Bayern, almost favor. And woman, any Girona, and so about 1-1. Our Honma, who some neighbor, our a Jumadia. So na Alvaro Arbeloa and after the game Yebusa Arbeloa ese game na nkasa won say na after mojoya say na say aye basa and we in the game omo twimu best 9 points. And was Spanish La Liga table national still in contention to win the La Liga. And Arbeloa Eddie Tuja say yes, Real Madrid won't be fighting to the end. Now we are now on this also. Say focus no come ni Bayern ni game and we boss nyame ya aduma ukwada no emu na opese ni team ni remontada no na omutimi cover tennis score line ewo eye Bayern wo mu kromu no gidie no aresemu ese ukwada Madrid ebe fight no ma qualify the rem ewo Champions League no semi final Arbeloa ni nsem odi tuja after game na bi no ebe tie eye ni nsem no enim eye penalty appeal Kylian Mbappe,
it's what it is.
Following up on that play, Mbappe ended up bleeding. Do you understand how VR didn't even alert the referee to review it on the monitor?
No, of course not. I don't understand it, and I don't think anyone does. VAR seems to step in when it suits them, and when it doesn't, it just doesn't. As I said yesterday, you already know my opinion, and situations like this only reinforce it. For me, it's a very clear incident. They called a foul on Kylian in the first half that, in my opinion, was less than this penalty. And that's it. We've had many of these situations. With this referee, with the one last week in Mallorca, it's the same as always.
You dominated, you were the better side, you created chances without playing brilliant or spectacular football, and you made 7 changes despite saying yesterday there wouldn't be rotations or experiments. That late penalty incident could have changed the game. What's your overall feeling about the team's performance?
Yes, I leave with the feeling that, as you said, it wasn't our most brilliant performance, it's clear. But I think it's a game we should have won, simply based on the number of chances we created and how little we allowed Girona. I think it was a lineup strong enough to win, and with the performance the players delivered, we had enough opportunities to score more goals.
Eno Orani Dinde Alvaro Arbeloa head coach at Madrid. Nensemo di tuja enra after game no na ya Bobby Ediachona Madrid or still omo in contention to win La Liga Madrid. Ewo 7 games wamum ebebo ansakra ena La Liga no enso etumi aba na wiye nyame ya adumo next game. Wombebo Alaves, ombebo Real Betis, wamu yomu ni Espanyol bebo Barcelona game no finfin Real Oviedo and some bebo Sevilla and Athletic Club Bilbao where the last 7 games at Madrid bebo ewo La Liga nim ti wan kasa wo analyze games so ya La Liga no Madrid ebetumi aje said Alvaro Arbeloa what can one afei fam Fedi Valverde atoso na yendi ne won komo kakra nim said the last 14 games Fedi Valverde wabo ede ama Madrid no Wanya 2 goals eden etiam Girona. Wanya goals edi Atletico Madrid against Elche. Wanya go against Manchester City obo goals. Afe Celta Vigo assist Benfica. Wanya assist near goal Osasuna ni Real Sociedad nyano. Eya dia Fedi Valverde enya goal. Any assist edi team so ya they say compare the most informed player. Ewo Madrid ombo konima Fedi Valverde. Chese Eugene na so pa ya den ano so and come on ebam no jumadiane so na anope medical te hom the amount SSN idea Barcelona any Espanyol game omo bono womo eweniam a difference so league table ne so ebeba be 9 points between FC Barcelona and Madrid womo eboboko no na enra Barca omo ya omo final training before the training unim sem the month of a match idea Hans Data Flick wanum enenya manager of the month award e La Liga ni enra ya the prize e brand award no ema oni ni coaching staff ni na e posi ye wa bro di two jam let's award wanya no e to onom na coaching staff ni na nti e Hansi Flick enenya match coach of the year ewo La Liga ni mo a eno wansam na ba ewo eye dwumadie ne so na head of Espanyol gamer eto dwanom ade Hansi Flick edi nkomo pi na dia fa o de kan Hansi Flick dia tudwa SM Espanyol game ne ba na die ne mom se obia ewo rechemu ewo Barcelona mu Atletico Madrid game ebeba so eye ebnada no wo mu betumi over tennis score line no na say winning the Champions League is the most important thing now. And no, Hans Data Flick nin Samoa. What they are two Jana Nanwada, woman atiko game on serve incident. Baku see a player actually ball. Now to say goalkeeper possible amano na Hansi Flick eka some other foul SM of 14 referees ni VAR officials are danom wamuchina mo ehema sa game na ba so waso ye referee ubetime mistake bako but etosu mienu a na kamia SM yani down se referees no uti Hansi Flick wo be so chem so mo bai ese omo be sisi omo FC Barcelona odwene ho a wonte ase ensem way and Hansi Flick edit two jam was that incident no and a funny game and one Espanyol ebono eho.
The result is bad, but I think also it's for me, but also for the team. It's great that the club support us because I think it was really unfair. Everyone knows that, and I think you can make a mistake once, but not twice, like on this level. So about this situation, crucial situation. So this is for me a great support from the club.
Eno Hansi Flick enkoma eba no pay ewo omoni Espanyol game and also eto Jamaica England afi yedin sempi na free England eden abramo na visa farm league table no asio the relegation zone no fatu na afi yendi hun komo kakra bi eno West Ham United enya 4-0 win epia Tottenham Hotspur edi omawura relegation zone no na yebehwe na fe yamamu stadium aya numbers ne tiepa ewo relegation zone hodum after West Ham United womu win until West Ham etosu dun so womu 32 points Tottenham Hotspur etosu dun watwe womu 30 points Burnley Tosu Edunkro, one more 20 points, and our Wolverhampton Wanderers, one more Echatwa, one more 17 points. And for the first time this season, Tottenham Hotspur Euro relegation zone. As and one game on Boniaman Koye, and for Momonese Japa, and Bebegu Roberto Di Zerbi, Nietzsche Moni Sunderland Bobo Kono, and Game Bani El Honoma, Yadia no Ewan Samna Dimao, Ewan Ayatumajan, so now Roberto Di Zerbi, or buy and or say focus, and it's boys in the bet me a boboni ye, no mania wins, our games are almost ever ahead of Sunderland game as Spurs. And your mobile and Roberto Di Zerbi, Wakasa at the Afao and Sensei and a Di Zerbi at the Etuga.
Feeling like us, like the players, but for the fans, there is just one club, just one team. The player can change team, club, but for the fans, is unique their club. So we have to make happy our fans, playing well, with the right spirit, with the right attitude, with the right behavior on the pitch, and then I think it's easier to make points.
Charlie.
Roberto, welcome
Thank
to
you.
Tottenham. I suppose the big question on a lot of people's minds is why do you take on this job battle? So what?
Oh, because you can consider, depends on your angle you look at the situation. From my perspective, was a big opportunity because Tottenham is one of the most important clubs in Premier League. Premier League is the best league in the world. I love the qualities of the players. They are. We have a lot of specific players for my style. And then there was a crucial part. There was 12 days before the first game, and for me it was important to have not too much time, but.
Yes, and Roberto De Zerbi in a pre-match press conference now questioner. Yebusa ne say na team ekọ relegation the Eden how Roberto De Zerbi obeji so be coach no say unim say Tottenham Hotspur an important club the English Premier League na face so oba EPO ni the best club in the world na unim say qualities Spurs wo team nim no nyina kan bi na mebeji dwumadie na meba abedi owie wo kasa de fa Pep Guardiola ho na Roberto De Zerbi ade atoja Pep Guardiola the best coach in football history. Meaning same way conform debate on kakra. Ninyani say Roberto De Zerbi say had the past 2 or 3 decades of football. Pep Guardiola defining a lot or respecting a lot in Tondia. Wabeka say Pep Guardiola the best coach in the history of footballer. And some Roberto De Zerbi what he took a year the pre-match press conference ahead of Sunderland game and also toja na meko Manchester United Bobo Kona say Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Yes, so I catch Manchester United sporting director. SM season in Banaria or best £100 million from player sales. Now players are almost pen at two Amudiano Sombe Tomono, Manuel Ugarte, Joshua Zegzi, Angie Onana. Rasmus Højlund si Canada beba afe Marcus Rashford enso aka o na yese Jim Ratcliffe akacho mo SSR players enumwe no wo manya kra ne best £100 million e was Man United to minya edify the sale of these players na fe wo mo enso to me edira market no mkope players very reinforcement e wo team ni mu an ye de no so e won sam na de ma e wo aye dwumadi ne so the big game no e to George na e Chelsea and Manchester City Airborne was Stamford Bridge Liam Rossinia ahead of game on this City Airborne in Sempi and on that tuja Jerry can crown Liam Rossinia ball the midfielder Fred Moises Caicedo na baso was Moises Caicedo the best and also one of the best defensive midfielders Ayasasi so in Bobo Papa now Sinyamiya Dumuam Ochina Moises Caicedo huge at the Amomo game any City Abano was same a determining factor be game Nima Moises Caicedo players are almost me determine game against Chelsea now Busamo Liam Rossinia we are sure so China game no bet to me away and I say of course we can beat Manchester City in some no any sadia Liam Rossini adi two Jana Enzo Fernandez in Como akwana quiet press conference adi Chelsea attempt was suspended no the agency wabam Oma be pacho amumaje na ye nyina tomo Enzo Fernandez available for China game no say there be or China there Enzo enkan be next week and Enzo Fernandez returning at Chelsea one way Poku on pre-match press conference of Liam Rossini ahead of Manchester City yebetiebi
Enzo, although it did seem like you'd alluded to the fact you'd had meetings even before this week.
Yeah, had a really good conversation myself, had 3 or 4 with Enzo. He's apologised to me, he's apologised to the club, and we'll deal with that after a massive game on Sunday.
Can I ask, what for? Was it a pint at the pub?
It's a serious meeting about something very serious. To Enzo, I said from every single step along this way, I'm not questioning Enzo's character, I'm not questioning who he is as a person. I believe people make mistakes, and you can't overstep the punishment for the mistake. I think we've made a sanction, we made a decision, I made a decision, and what I want for Enzo is for him to go on here and have an outstanding career.
So you forgive and forget, but not forget just yet. He's still not going to play on Sunday?
No, he won't play on Sunday. But hopefully after that, he'll be a massive part of the group moving forward. There's still a few hurdles.
Yes, Entino Liam Rossini pre-match press conference ahead of game on Manchester City Urbano and Etienne Ensem no Ebi Pep Guardiola Man City coach or City person one keep your title ambitions no course and also winning every single game there. I can the English Premier League will say we need all of them, otherwise we will not have a chance to win the Premier League. And someone Pep Guardiola area to Jamna Pep are providing the team news. Dedi Kankano was say Ruben Diaz and available for Chelsea game or Tottenham Barcelona, even though are getting closer. Esoba returning at Manchester City after an injury setback and some way any afufobi saying a Pep Guardiola at the far as a Chelsea game or Tottenham Barcelona.
A good farewell. Has Bernardo?
I don't know. I'm so grumpy with Bernardo because a month ago I said, "You take a decision. I had to be the first to tell me," and didn't say to me anything yet. So I think the proper one must be Bernardo. I don't know how already said, to be honest, because I said joking. So tell me, I deserve, but didn't tell me. So I don't know what's going on. So.
No player has played more for you than Bernardo Silva. What has made him so special?
Again, so he's really good in all departments. So play a lot of games because we have been 9 years together, no injuries, never. I would say he's outside and he's playing different positions. He's so smart and read every moment what the action, the game require.
Pep Guardiola and Eugene come on that define the player Bernardo Silva and I be our Jumadian so Bernardo future our Manchester City say and Pep Guardiola church so Bernardo there over England or one of the most underrated players our AS City and English Premier League anymore now player best 9 seasons on continental best 2 games all season bia as well proud or a player or a very important man squad na when Pep Guardiola nen someone or didn't let to ja mamen France kakana mintin komo kakra ewo France and Wabrama say Eshemet Ekam Niensam Amoma Timu Bakono Eyadia Mason Greenwood enya 2 assists ewo sa game ni mo na in total afi Mason Greenwood enya 35 goals and assists ewo AS season ni manese and you may call ye Edma Mason Greenwood 25 goals 9 assists and a Brentano and so Etuming Anyam Ewo the friendly animal a day I want some that day mount Ewo Jumadian and so na Enra unim said Monaco LUC 4-1 to Paris FC na Paul Pogba enya come back Ewo game ni mo also returning no prior Emma Osako Tnanche and Enra Ewo 50 baby na Paul Pogba and making a comeback or returning Edem man Monaco Bobo Kone since December on Siaka from AS Monaco and good news Edema Monaco a friendly animal even though Mulusi dear but Poba a baka over Siaka Eden Lamomo woke up French League anymore Amphibiano ye best African player Ewo League 1 na free nominations about no Obianim so ya the Ashraf Hakimi din shame Yabayana Ashraf Hakimi din enim na say oh yani League 1 paying for kwako din komo na ya busadi entia oman for Ashraf Hakimi edin ancestral list anymore for best African player ever League 1 and a League 1 paying for your clarification Ashraf Hakimi ni say oba obi di rape atone so akwani say wakofo so obi ene na dama case ne kra na kopie mu court ntino player say ni nsem court rape allegations and ni din list ni manya dia eno so ebeye na nominations no Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang Lamine Camara Bamba Dieng Guele Doué Macha Godo Ilian Keba Heavy Kofi Afe Asen Kwasi Isa Mandi Musani Akite ene Mamadou Sangare enti players imu bako and penning for Eddie League 1 African Player of the Season and so Eddie Bemana no de free oba Bayern Munich confirm SL Leonard Carr prab entino against Madrid and ya dia Leonard Carr akwadana Ghana any Germany or bar actually between Ghana players no want to me more and fire playing while Bromley Madrid second leg of Champions League and also Toja ya dear own Samna Demao ever to Median so Rafael van der Vaart former player at the Madrid Bobo Kono and now the two just Madrid ever tall order ever Bayern gamer woman Daniel Mubebo no see Madrid a clubber who bet me about bad game entire match obi anka he fans no emfa ho e so mo de omunim se ubetumi aye 10 around bi e o season ni mu bado se sade no sse ni obie mo wo se Madrid team no adu ba bi atum se players yi wo mu twa wa emfa mo na against Bayern Munich ya de be difficult game e de Madrid say won be over tennis score line no now matumi qualify their come ma Rafael van der Vaart ne nsema o tin ba no e no meten o de ma Nico Schlotterberg Madrid. As I said, you are now dominated so palm. Was a new deal at the Borussia Dortmund 2031 and a contract, you know, and so bending or Twasso at the Dortmund. I said, yeah, Dortmund. I rejected several proposals. I'm a player, no, I stand in a contractor. Yeah, they own some that amount. I want to make the soon himself Raul Asensio and the Alvaro Arbeloa echo. Nanano. Yes, Asensio Pilot. Adrian Kabayan game no also Bobby Emma training grounds cram kwadabi shia ni busanso Raul na tena as I say games unya bi monosio ask Alvaro Arbeloa he's responsible Emma Nkrofobu fu say na nsembe na aye Raul Asensio also ni na ma okekansa na Asensio say want tia say yabusa ni sa den onya game mo no see musa coach Nkrofo adwana ahasemo kan no oboa na anya coach and responsible for lineups ewo eye teams mu ana enti no Alvaro Arbeloa and ewo say yabusa no Madrid ebetuni atom Eduardo Camavinga at the end of the season na yesi Premier League clubs pina and a monitor situation na yade and also now Samna Demao ewo tumadi and so Ronaldo Nazario ese Brazil ewo 95% turns HN teams echo World Cup nina ese Brazil ebe to me Arge League na and also encomono ebam awo eye tumadi and so na anope na England fans and na oma pilot yesi ticket am Womani Croatia ebebo game World Cup ticket am na omotono best £45 ama ticket na sa yezi so black market ye ton ticket back £1,700 ama say England fans no say adewe we dia no ordene ama mpese wo mu krani FIFA edin komona wo mu hwede ombetumi aye ede afa sansem no ho ede ama mo no so de free wo ba Luciano Spalletti wo Italy we're standing a contract now we're standing here you know and on him for Casa ese Ricardo Calafiori and Sandro Tonali woman pesa players you know and famano Juventus said beya niema bekoyi ede ama ono Luciano Spalletti yede eno so enkomono ede ema Jumade ne so ene anopa ye gina so eden crofon cross on semno esi Oyerepa Sports and anopay weekends edition of Today's Sports Negusua Yeden Brown na yebedin komogakra kanjen and magic drinking water wamo aswe ansakra and abedafo abam ama yaba aba bedi enkomo nsemo yede atudwa no emu before kanjen no ene me big brother Poku Bonsu Kebi ne birthday Columbus, Ohio, United States of America. And KB birthday intino special birthday. Eko ede ama me big brother Poku Bonsu Kebi. Yes, Chama Folabi ese young show a special birthday. And anope kanjen and magic drinking water. And edi apomodin and when komo ensua I was say no I was say alkaline water. Di one dance bebre anope yani kanjin edin komo penkese good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Nampa cha pombo ko de
nyame adom na so
nyame adom bibia e fine into way kangen energy drink.
Well, and I know pay Yama Ghana for Aquaba, na Yama wana chain family Oyerepa 100.7 live on your radio. Sanson I feel live on Oyerepa television. You pass it through na yedi and Komokaka within the next 10 minutes. War yenimo. And so yen the producers of kangen energy drinking water and show croja. A crowd refine alkaline content a boy ye winipedianity time so that number ye kasa no cre mu wunsu a we the ben onom ye gidi but for the very first time try yin so ni bi na enso ehwe nti gia numbers on the frame and yen enso memon komo on 0241 449191 0241 449191 and I say 050 73 79474 050 73 79474. Now near and so on common number sending and I get very active on WhatsApp. In Tibia we are live on the internet. Now per se to soon be and so mawa dofwa or quine so betting ya fair via on WhatsApp call. And my bar our offices on my mobile and sound on money wabon como. Men cassa or chamamaka say we and say and ye mena me answer call and I simple yamena men so mefa call and then comma ye di. MSL last week and more home come and that's very weak. Yes, answer per se. Yes, subiaman so edemam. You see, I heard the power of alkaline hydration, and I kind of time so that number say in so ye producer no. I idea say a fa a year kangen machine ma echemutu. After say ya filter in so near you chlorine any impurities a won't send no. There's a kangen machine produce and as in processing your friend said the electrolysis processes I mean so near negatively charged in tiano in the crowd that refined alkaline content na ye de ema wono na di intena wono monsuo times that number enipa bebe no monsuo because of saying so commodity and potoka sem ye can some person with the quench test yes no correct you are not far from right but then we are not so edify honoma your basic functions the intia ye no monsuo e bi ayes e be regulate or cell function e be regulate or temperature e be regulate or brain function. These are some of the basic functions after apart from say we every honoma say nay maybe in so come e be the ben e be do no nti gia numbers no frey and and so more and komo na bibian ko fan enfama on 0241 449191 0241 449191 and I say 050 73 79 474 050 73 79 474. Inti yase wono mu nso na eboa ko nipedie ni ma toxin se bia wo nipedie ni mu no eboa na eyi enso e de ama inti obi ono ma time so that number one for the very first time onu mu nso na ensesa na se mensacha ye bi soronko ekoso ewe ni nipedie ni yase onu ye nso no enso bia should have a concentration and also a hydration a bro yes 7.5 upwards echo the normal water a pH of 7 but yen kanjen ye dia no from 7 8 and 9 upwards and so the echo and no na krogen ade say hia and so de ma onipedia and Steve wa hanum say obe enlighten more and also be throw more on the conversation. Steve,
you know mama me now say na yen chetie for na kanjen energy drinking water there oboni dia everywhere in the world. I mean, there's many countries in the world, and Ekuta kangen energy drinking water originating from Japan, and that is the technology. They produce kangen energy drinking water. Na senia na ima echirimono insuo die. Obibeka insuo bia insuo ba insuo bia insuo sa. Water is life, but not every water is life. If water will be life, it depends on the pH of the water, the physical chemical makeup of the water, and on it determine whether or not insuo na wonom no better or otherwise. Now, kangen energy drinking water, the man is extraordinary. The fact is, one, alkaline water, and on a way kind alkaline pH ranging between 7.5 to 8.5. Now, you can alkaline water, and yet only the pH level not determine whether a water is alkaline or not, but it has to contain certain alkaline properties. Now, kangen energy drinking water, no, we have tested and illustrated. It will studio hanum times without number say a containing antioxidant properties kangen energy drinking water and a udi ORP meter test here a read negative figures, and the higher the negative figures the higher the level of its antioxidation we must say here ensure oxidize na onoma etimi boama oni pedua no ekon kan se na etie obenya any other water udi ORP meter ORP no oxidative reduction potential. Now sa meter no udi she nsuo no na se amount positive figures are That means science, you know, that water or that substance, you know, your friends say oxidize it, just a renache, now no acid kakra den but with the kangen energy drinking water, no, we use ORP meter, no, edit test here, amount negative figures, and the negative figures are so high, you can have negative 900, negative 700, negative 500. That tells you, say, the antioxidant level, our kangen energy drinking water, mono, extraordinary. In Chanope, but more than a fire numbers, no, free. One thing about kangen water, and say, oh, place you order, no, ne idea, ye free delivery, so Eddie, I don't pay cars, no, I ready, on back around, major distributors, on my place orders, it be no edge, 700 packs, will be 1,000 packs, will be 800 packs, will be 50 packs, will be 30, 40, 20, and in the oho, and Sana Busianso, or moto kangen, no, adi kangen water all over the world. Alkaline water is expensive. It's about 50% to 100% the difference between the regular water and alkaline water. But here in Ghana, Kangen Energic Water Limited, at the Roma, Kangen water purely alkaline, is so low, say price, 12. 1 liter no makoma ko 6 in a pack 6 no just 30 Ghana cedis, and then 500 ml makoma ko 12 in a pack and so goes for just 30 Ghana cedis. Enti we share regular water ne price Ghana no krabi no around 36 depending on the number of bottles in a pack. It be 28 Ghana cedis. Enti purely alkaline water containing antioxidants senate here as kangen water no, and as like kangen water na the more 30 Ghana cedis say ampa. We have brought the price very low sene be obia ebetimi afford the alkaline water, unlike elsewhere in other countries where you have to spend huge sums of money and start waiting to alkaline water. You see Ghana and Tessa with the help of Kangen Energy drinking water, no, just 30 Ghana cedis and you have your alkaline water to be drinking at home. And the power of alkaline hydration. The ATM say obi onom Kangen Energy drinking water because the alkalinity level is high, and then the mineral content which is the calcium, potassium, magnesium, and so iron na onoma ebo ni pedua nti no I be a friend acid reflux in say ni pedua stomach na produce ono ankasa acid eboa for digestion. But when there is an excessive production of that stomach acid na ade a udidi na adua na aboaba obo na obo ehihye no na bruni friend acid reflux no. But when you drink Kangen Energy drinking water that are highly alkaline and no eboa ema etimi tuni down that kind of acid reflux no by neutralizing the high level of acidity in the body. We understand, say scientifically, no, nyankopon ye nipeduane in such a way, say the body is able to regulate its own pH. But then that is dependent on what you consume. And ujina adia wudie any adia wonom. So the more you consume acidic products, the more you consume acidic foods. You know, the acid nature of the body. You know, sometimes they become so much that you develop what we call acidosis. Your body becomes acidosis. Just say acid never does so ebro nipeduane so, and then that work, you know, overpower the kidney, so it gets to a time that the kidney will not be able to function properly. Say bit me sonny so, and that is the reason why you need a water like Kangen Energy drinking water, purely alkaline, containing antioxidants, or test here, negative figures in using the ORP meter. Also containing property a friend or microclustered and anyone getting very minute molecules. That is Kangen Energy drinking water into onoma cells no nipedian actions yoni na awrufi e de fru nipedian. That is the process of detoxification and a regulatory temperature and also sufficient hydration. That is the power of Kangen Energy drinking water. Now yaba about demonstrated times without number. Kangen water is a global product. You can read about it all over on the internet. Among for actual a lot of articles about it. There have been researches about it. Science for my country say some of the research is not my, you know, the proof is a bit minimal and they want more proof. But the more proof is that say obianom na say aye adwuma ewonimu a, what is the probability say the next person also no ma enye adwuma wonimu. So even say the nipa 100 pen a year research and analysis and you who say omo taking enough Kangen Energy drinking water ama etimi say the alkalinity level, the antioxidant level no aboa ama etimi hydrate wo mu yie, etimi detox wo system no mu yie, etimi atoni down acid reflux level ama ene no a clear one veins mo omo arteries mo ma blood no timi flow kama ama nipa no sa ade friend numbness or ho ana inside ni tititi sa ane ama nyina free nipa duaro a see the nipa 100 kra na yes ade na it tells you say there is every probability and a possibility say obi anso obenom sa insuo no ebet sa adwuma no ebe ya ama no. So that is Kangen water. Fire numbers no na free 0241 449191 0241 449191
91 and after 050
050
73
79
474
474
050
73 79 474
the major distributors and after a nationwide delivery any so distributors and up so major distributors across the length and breadth of Ghana baby ebia obe order it in principle obi order ne dia yintimi mfa nipa kro no dia ne mane nja ono ne wo dia ne mane nja nipa kro no dia ni so ka personal ofren a wetimi do ka na bana location no oba badwun so ntia no pay yan lines no hot active men kasa wo twame akasa and so awie ofre pe be go straight to the office no mafa na further details o mene wo and so abonkomo
right enti na sanetie so sena waka no
all right Steven
no na de eba me you share ache bibia boko
nyame adom na so
yeah nyame adom
all right Steve
yada masin so
that's ene
yebese
shebim yada wase chairman se bibia boko okay yebese shebim okay weekend edition of today's sports twaso ha Oyerepa 100.7 live on your TV Oyerepa TV live on your radio 100.7 on Facebook Oyerepa radio now on YouTube so Oyerepa radio ho nyina no obati anka ene anopay ewo dwumadie ni so enche abedwafo beba na afa ye biebi mamno ne ensem ne mu ansa ne abefie abedi enkomo ewo fie na ansa na ye ne abedwafo bedi nkomo na ya hwe games eba so over the weekend ewo the major leagues in Europe and ana ya sabe fie abedi nkomo ewo fie no ye wo ho sonko enanopay ewo dwumadie so a mtese said you see fu yemu no say yakura na yante ase lawyer Moses Fu Amonin and anopay wa join here on the show the weekend edition of today's sports lawyer anopay yemu achiun samu akwaba
striker for muti say
yami adum lawyer na bacho so
mo be she Kumasi ya transfers sikanu kwa wa mambio
lawyer so wa na guide nkakaka nti ya na ese so ba ese de yaka ese yenko ba bia bimti yaka ese de yaka
for muti say
nyame adum bibia boko ese yeni ba bia ko
na time aso muti say
time ahoye pa time ahoye na ya na edu Saturdays ese so no school no onwie ogusuko
na senior we
senior no be class so konkran
I see
nti won so konkran ene munu aketwana na kwa medankwa
okay
o ma medafom
wow
ti senior say ono so ekwa koboa nti ono na yeyi no so nkogina ya nem to
yeah no we chia cruising ya
mati lawyer yes am akwa ba biem
well ejoso
na anopede na do be pie Kumasi
well the edema be pie Kumasi de eso on say atari eshemi boys brigade for
okay
the other time I was here I think a consultative meeting now on say brigade it's ecumenical across board Methodist, Presby, Anglican, AME, EP Church. Now the object of the boys brigade is the advancement of Christ's kingdom amongst boys and the promotion of habits of obedience, reverence, discipline, self-respect, and all that tends towards a true Christian manliness. See, about it in Korano. Na omangunyame, na omanyini wanyame srumu. Aha. Na unse, Scottish gentleman been what here 1884, and a big Ghana had 1910, 11 or press before Nashas here 1952, and a Methodist for a sum. Now the first council meeting was held 70 years ago. Into this year, 70th anniversary of the Boys Brigade Ghana Council. Yes, I say, all the churches now here say one organization implement your principles across all the churches. Into the Ghana Council of the Boys Brigade. Now, no, I'm in charge of president since 2020 October.
Wow.
I for 6 years.
Wow.
Now, it's a brigade, we operate on 4 basic pillars.
Okay.
The spiritual, the social, say omobe kwasafu juma ni adie clean up campaign and also be helpful to other people. And then the educational. Okay. School ni church and then the physical. Your age groups, we start from age. If I say I put there, drop cradle to grave. We can enroll you. Your friend a toddler section.
Yeah.
It would do 3 years, your friend anchor section. We do 7 and your junior section. We do 12 to 15 and your company section. And a 15 to 18 no your senior section. We free 19 no your officer near graduate too. Now once they are very active. It's the physical no nyai. Na eba good years dia wonim say wonu apani
and they say entimi nka wa bebe you from
entimi buy no we play all sports but when say football no Ghana for epe football no eti ye launch gala ni knockout competition 2021 and ye launch every president here Otiswi he was there together with Fred Papo and Miami Georgia Free Matisse George
just only other form you know ebekoso na obompata
nti obia wo team no wo te George nka na waka share say yenya yeta na chi na nyankopon be pani nusio George has been very very supportive as I said every president launched in 2021 last year every president no na ye finals no or be ye kick off no na ye bought at various age category under 12 under 16 and under 20. Now, you know, this year being our 70th anniversary, you know, ye launch the 70th anniversary edition. Now, ye never be a say, you Ashantimamu ha,
or say krum,
or take a course or krum, and ye be launching or Mopaki or Asokwa Park.
Oh, AstroTurf. Oh, okay.
Official ceremony, no. Minister anope kwa menena kasa
Ashanti regional minister
yes boy juma papa obi otemin kana amunchia no me ade kwa me pe
amwako hene
exactly won ho ne say me frɛ no wo frɛ no na sɛ onim number no kwa he will call you back in fact me nyini say was store me number but he called me back
wow
be politicians ne ensua but ehunya because wo be prepare na wo be pay chew say o mumma me tu afi wo be di yeso a now we'll see any priority. Don't worry, we'll get to the president very soon. It will be a home minister. He's a very nice guy.
Very active too.
Yes, very much so. Until never be a kick off no. Amaye. Now, Yamin Chad last year, FA4 more. Your coaching course, once a launch in 2021. Now, it won't be here say, near ball no qua boys no bono. I was here, referees, near coaches. Because teams no our company level once a brigade we open from the company level sorry be our company and for 5 companies boom no my district and our district no boom no my region and then the region we have the national so far there were 7 regions although Ghana there was 16 there were 7 regions there was Ashanti North I cover Ashanti in all the northern regions and there will be and so be with all the other regions and there were Greater Accra Central, Western, and then you can say Temavota, Onukita for Volta, you can say the new region, Uti regional, you're creating. Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
No, essence a year launching and Kumasi Haninti, and matches here, Bebon and Neno, Ashanti region for Nebebo, 12 under 16. And under 20 hopefully minister be kick off na my
they say event in your event get well
and event na mabahan mumba better
oh yeah baba lawyer we kwade say wo de wo ye bibia ye ntimi ye hu film ye ba better watch
obi afo mo ha nyina mumba tai
obia baba
say me bo afa kesbe na na say bi omo so aboye na
obia ba better watch e sha share time be
oh yeah be share be say 10
and pay
ceremony be share but matches dey be share 12 o'clock eti yenya sponsors so eti momoye water for your mo be de
kanjem for
omo me water na
ebe support mo
but there me then say as I say ye coaching course because opese officers no so enye adwuma ye na the league e gala na ye bone knockout no competence no ekwa animu and through the instrumentality of the current FA president the team no almost sponsor coaching CAF ni FIFA license D and my boys no koi or more qualified very brilliant in fact Coach Dambasi is one of the best teamer omanya but most of our boys are graduates and secondary school leavers they're very good and then the licenses now license D na was here the mom no Professor Mintenya Madie but which is a professor Nati Ogun eba be present and our regional football association chairman ba be present near their mom and every president no so what donate footballs best 40 amaye iti ye de no so ebe ma regions no na yada obia ase
lawyer Moses Fuamoni and what we now pay with the studios of Oyerepa 100.7 I know a dinkomo munyina mate dwumadie kese a ene eba so anope ya nondu ene hyase ewo Asqua AstroTurf nti oti enka no pe ya baabi a oti enka fibia titiru se uwu kumase nko ade a na ese wodu ani ekire Asqua AstroTurf na no pe obefa ne se ya sorry for dwumadie but obohu se the next 5-6 years titu ye ni jibo ho ne de won se player ba ko ahye national team jersey a obobo magana
in fact FA president be hwe ye matches no last year he was shocked. They catch say under 12 boys no matches ni under 16 matches speed the woman and boys no dey bono.
Yeah.
Oh the other woman say in kind no most of them juvenile coach football no East League me man no crack ho. They are well trained and well coached. Now we standard omu producer I mean anya say good nti catch say under 16 national team ebe face home enche kra.
Okay.
We will face you any under 12. Mumla ni emfa face na.
10 anope ya yenyina yemfie ni enche o. Lawyer ebeda se but so untimi ma wa bra so wa onim dada. They say blasters asem na eda ya paso. Coach Otuado they say yeja no kwan.
Scout coach.
Yeja coach Otuado kwan say ye pe the next blasters coach. World Cup no be around 62-63 days more na World Cup na shase Black Stars say nyanya coach amanfo bebre na church o madwene the kind of coach I hear time yi ene the person ekwen wo World Cup I was so tena chia wo hwe said the nyomesi ko no ye ni hu nkomo kakra Black Stars coach is asem
so when you say World Cup here Juma Mayache
yes
the good news for your fans is that me program my friend World Cup Soccer Fiesta.
Baby.
Papa Wednesday, I'm starting production.
Wow.
To Wednesday live on GTV Sports Plus. Mamu.
Na yanyi bi Oyerepa TV.
Oh yeah, the mamu.
Yanyi bi Oyerepa TV na.
Many time I been komo.
Okay.
Na we are more promo my one of our media partners.
No problem.
Na me pushing material na bamu na mo show. I mean, this year is going to be spectacular. We have travel log, facts file, all the good issues, and we'll be hosting all our big men, and then we have a celebrities corner as well.
Okay.
We go through all the history. Now, what bisa? Me blast and say me so be kaya. I think me bamu studio ha.
Yeah.
And I say Jeffrey Hona me call after the match. You share World Cup matches na sino. That was 2023 yes. First match I ne is Madagascar and the Boa.
Yeah.
Now my head team no World Cup in 2022 no na me say no. Yeah, fullbacks me whom ye Mensa and you can say Sedu.
Yeah.
And even your midfielders, you know, Satana Salis Nebo and Bakubi me if you know about Spain. Baba ha. Na me whom ye to be so me am a person de many coach I wish you be team. Na me blast that. Na me share match the we no. Me be catch them nyina say ye team no nye. Evening your crash. I
place a one.
Yes, quality low. Maybe me kind pa Masia. Say on say Ghana no. Your players no technical. On to be kuta ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let me summarize so that your people can understand where I'm going to. You are talking about coaches. But maybe me person me can say any coaches in Kwa.
But players
player quality, yes, player quality low. No can hope because you can get Pep Guardiola. Say players no nya. There is very little the coach can do. Eti me better me catch them say Ghanaian players they are technical. Now your fullbacks no we are ebuwe na your fence Harrison Afo
Samuel Inkum
yeah omo na your modern say bi omo young men ombe was a good example but then can we had better fullbacks on dey be say on to kuta or the ball no man a ono wo pese wo ba no twem but yen crofo yi dey wo the ball no man a na obubu no to Ghana for midfielders besia but with the ball no manwa square pass back pass just want to mean grab ball no entry emfen kwa nimu to be honest with you coaching aside no your player quality no so low say bi normal ya fa ho no menyin say ensi poye I will come to the players after I finish with the coach. And coach, you know, dear, I think that maybe in selecting Otuado when we had an opportunity to change from Chris Hughton, no, maybe if on hindsight we should have chosen a more experienced person, because Sebi Otto on coach team bia on the match no go but Oko or the day one qualify for the Cup of Nations. It was also a good time to have pushed him off. But ebia na efe no free say Sebi o debia na apam coach and na de yen twen kakra. But well, he led us, we qualify for the World Cup. But debia masma me catch FA chairman say me ami ni medjuma o ye wo team no once ye qualify. Some mo be kaya all the match no. In March last year you bought 2 matches wa team no yes team now technical team around the team we improved. Just crown yes where we so share yeah. Obi do ho I want here. But the jersey, the color is important for the spiritual ambience around the team.
Blasters jersey.
Yes. Yeah, my memory example 1950 Brazil for Eluzu Ewo Maracana Stadium. Yeah 2-1 against Uruguay. Almost 6 stadium 200,000. Nipe we almost so na Brazil for me just say white no. Almost say just say no. Look at what happened in 58. Brazil dominated. Area so na hokwa. Eti make yes. Bibi we are say now all the office kwesi witchcraft wizardry kwesi broni wo gitum say bibi we are say no use our words no eti the me person me kan kwesi an say really our qualification for the World Cup no me die ubisa me a enye coach no really per se the matches are boy yank was what say enyemi na ehwo kire ko kire boys enna woman to be tumika uji na touch like to be kan jom so woman to kwa tumika ye ne mali wa ha ya so ene ye ko se konkonsa go bia e go through eti for me this coach ya be dey bia na me dey join every president assume so a scout coach wo pompo or a scout coach woko
Otuado
yes we no one scout coach we experience ben na no kra ya appointing to be honest with you I don't think he should have been the coach for us but well we gave him the opportunity now what should be our target media minyaya enka ye be break ya into 2 ye ko World Cup so we need a coach for this World Cup
TM coach or
World Cup ye na adwene the future of the Black Stars in terms of coaching because you cannot mix the two and yes I was so Mati, a lot of that's been narrowed down to 3 Portuguese coaches. Fine, they look good in terms of their reputation. In some people, by in respect of heavy rena, Sentia, Yensa Kana or Kache say, we made 3 days. Yankofa contract him na fe a man for because oh, 50,000. 9 years no crack. Meanwhile, no minister na promise will be 150,000. It is media a room amount.
I know you what it is.
Yes.
Say have a rena na minister tiase.
Yes.
Say $150,000.
That is it. We bet me a
and they present 50,000.
Yes, communication because we can say oh minister so over 50 no say anyhow. Me see me 250 wa na afi me 150 mo be ma ntino no ka say obo nsa. But later minister no ade kasa directly. Me dey say na
on have a rena kasa.
Yes. And I have a rena kachen say sa na governor also oh enya no kre it is asam no enena mum from me ka kosi say to be honest he was the best person we should have had but I don't know why the FA well I don't know how true this whole story is but yenya no me I think that one of the Portuguese coaches will not be that bad. I heard from the grapevine people say former England coach a friend Southgate was willing to come and help us.
Gary Southgate.
Yes, this is the information I had. I think he would have been excellent because at the end of the day, when England team, he produced this team, and he would have been fantastic. And then even some of your players, he had Snowdo and Katiani, some of these young boys from Chelsea, Joshua Champoa, England for he could have resolved that problem for us on the channel. Because as I've said, and you're coaching we need to improve the quality of the team itself to be successful at the World Cup. And a question of the coaches are 3 normal shortlists, Santos, Bento, and then Quires. They are not bad. Mutimani dear Matisse or more than baby. I think any of these can help us to the World Cup, and if they can improve the quality of the players, 1 or 2 players, Congo for ma qualify. They are still looking for good players.
Yeah.
Omuguso and to make catch FN say the time is not gone. Matisse, a player like Baba Rahmana Sebia Bufunti, no one person Obano. He's mended fences with the FA. He can come and join us. It will be very good because you left back and yet minia no woman no no bad. But I think Baba will bring more experience to the left side of our you can say defense. You're right full back and also na mentiasi wako senaya and no na mama mu say you coach you hu de oye. Wako fair boy no ko Togo and wako fanaba. Match is here boy obobi. He said I don't understand it. I don't get it. Now Jirenchia or you're one of the best midfielders in Europe. Who check his statistics now? He's one of the most talented midfielders. Now, about right back, I know I said saying, I think it is important. Say you're being introduced to good fullbacks because Ghana, whether you are, the flat four is what we always used to. So our three back, it's not that bad. But I think that we have a flat back four. It is helpful. And if we have a three back, it allows our wing backs to bomb forward. But whichever formation that we play, Ghanaian players are naturally very gifted. So if we get a deep team, I think we can do well. Obiti say Hasinodo ini Nketia no ya kan Matisse Nketia there, it is almost done. Hasinodo ina I am 50-50. I am hoping that we will still push because he will add quality to our team. Ebina Kudus we prayer. We don't know. During the competition, even before the competition, anything can happen.
Yeah.
And it happen.
I'm also fool say you go for coach for the World Cup. To say that now can Renan Harvey. You bet you $150,000, which is huge based on Ghana wrestling coaches I have for Munisika Yetria at the Amomo. The other some fool say your local coaches we can assemble around 3 top quality local coaches. And Opekwani di hon komo na de BPA to say be a Kwesi Apia Bashir here for
Apia so Sudan has a contract. So how do you go and go for Kwesi?
Na say we now have is no contract to Sudan.
But na so aje to so no ko beba. But Kwesi Apia waka cho so beba.
Ye see any nisu ni komo musa no.
Well, be there from the grapevine problems wo. Enye nsem ni nyina na ye ka nti me nyise Kwesi beba. And I can tell you for a fact. Kwesi said, no, I don't think he's interested in leaving Sudan to come. And in any case, I was going to ask you which coaches currently. And as I said, baby, you need coaches are motivated boys to beyond what they do. Yeah, players, the coach says, Guardiola a coach no. It's Abana say you can say a number system a problem. Number system So we need to be careful about bringing coaches who can motivate this team. Ghana, no, the problem we've had since your coaches is Jamfi, Sam Dodumu, and Ademuko, we have replenished. Said that others know Didi Dramani, but I think we need to grow them well. I don't think, and I remember debating with the fifth chairman, president. I don't think he was ready for the last start. He was here more under 20, no grow. That's how you build confidence, the competence. Obiti said Didi Dramani, Okochi Mano, he was good, a coach. But we should have stabilized him there. Broni awa ba Bioko Grenia, you say, a man wants him money. Where Tim na, you can't say, has for coach Yamibon DCCI. Didi building, how much detailed or so. That's under 20. They were better than this, yes, they were very good. I think we should give our coaches, local coaches, time to grow. Instead of rushing them. Oh yeah, no. I don't think they are there yet. So maybe it will be some local coaches at this time I call World Cup here. No, I don't think there's anybody within your local environment here. Obey a motivated boys, a constructed strategy to play England, Croatia, and Panama. No, a bad dream. We need somebody of a higher standard to be able to do that for us. And I think the 3 coaches that I'm hearing have been shortlisted are not bad. If they can come and, as I said, we can improve the team. Because your goalkeeping problem whole. Sorry, boy, any Germany, let's be careful. We're good. Local, you're bad. But we say there's a lot of nervous.
So if we World Cup, we see a searching for a goalkeeper and a standard.
Well, if we can, why not? Because World Cup 2006, people have forgotten. Nanya Olele na goalkeeper.
Samieji.
Yes. Olele no Turkey and a cover no team look at was a bit shaky. And what friendly be about take one yes, I comment.
Yene Hamburg.
Yes, ole and okay. Look at the number of saves or in the World Cup itself. In 2006, you need a good goalkeeper. Without a good goalkeeper, you don't have a hope in hell. Matisa Sofoni be can say, Masa, and Casadeu, Masa, Yankupon, Yichra, he prepares you. On the mission here, Israel for now, or the one more Bush assassins. You have to fight. Yes. Yankupon bet back as a saying also group, but you must prepare and you must fight your way there. Into preparation, no here. It's best say F no, young Fabian Tunchain, near who say your team no and yet it's low, the quality is not good.
Lawyer, they are walking about player quality, and the short time I away. Now, sir, so just say Yankofa coach will motivated players no. Say I just to see a team the standard of players no form there. Then other Yanka say World Cup ni Yankobo. Baby a bedru biaye, but we don't need to spend huge on the World Cup. You call World Cup new year, then we prepare the next Black Stars.
Oh, sir, and no dear World Cup no sikababam. Yeah, dear chance in Chini, Matisi nyabe $10 million. Now, every for no de beka, who besides president or Becachero, a pram project, or what the cow or because I could so for minister, no Conche, who would the company because also Mutia. But at least you're the chance in Ekora, we are getting money. Tournament no also even entering I think the total amount will be about $10 million even for the first 3 matches
appearance
exactly sikabeba meaning matisi in Mexico adane we are going to earn close to $1.2 million
that friendly game.
Yes, this is what I'm hearing. I don't know. I think that the FA chose that match. I hear although we date now it's not very convenient for our top players. No, the FA agreed on that match because of the money involved, so we're going to make some money. It's committing some money, so because you see, you are looking at the Black Stars also as a brand. And may go, Black Stars apart from the fact that it brings the whole country together, you can't even quantify it. If we win, it's national pride, it improves our national psyche and all of that. No, you can't quantify. But as a brand, it can draw money. Oh, they mention no. So if we invest and we go and do well, say let's say finals and semi-final, quarter-final, but you drew an appreciable pointer. The selling point for the team will be good, and we can recoup some of the investments that we have made. Here, we say $150,000, or 4 months and now 3 months. Now let's say $450,000. It's a good investment if he can carry you to the quarterfinals or semi-finals. Look at the money you will earn, over $20 million if you get to the semi-final or quarterfinals. Is it not a good investment?
Yeah.
It's in terms of the cost-benefit analysis now.
Now, we are sure say bet me a prepared team. I'm a worker at me do semi-final.
Meaning I hear Bibi and Sunya Meye. Players here, they are not too many. We just need to improve bits and a few areas of the team, as I said. And Baba Brahman, he's been part of the team over a long period of time. Oba, it won't be anything wonderful. We should the way you would be to say. And Katiane, they will fit into our team very easily. To say, a boy, 2010, boy,
Kevin Prince.
Yes, Kevin. How long was he? He was with us. He qualified and joining a boy friendly. If I any Korean or Bobobi, that's all. How long did? No, he didn't have much time with the team, but he fitted in seamlessly on the mission. So depending on the sort of coach and the games, NTF, Mexico for Bovia, Majidisi Wales on the 2nd of June.
Yeah.
Matiti one from home said there's another match on the 9th of June, which will be good. Now, we need to play, let's say, one of these club sides in the US just to improve the telepathy. Mekai said 2010. And I liked one person who was there, Fred Papo. Na Mekasa Utiepa. He was very listening. Kwesisuna Mekasa Utie. Satan, you bought 2 friendlies, mobile career. I think and we lost to Holland 4-1.
Yeah.
And you could share Korea 4-1, Scotland or so.
Yeah.
Nana matches this and catch and massa Timmy
games.
That's what I'm saying. They play, yes, me not catch no. So Fred took my advice and said, oh, Moses, okay, we'll play 2 more friendlies or a boy, papa. It builds team chemistry on the mission. So they will need to play 1 or 2 low-keyed my friend test matches, just low-keyed, just to keep the team and keep the rhythm together. If we're able to do that, I think the team can explode. Now, on football, no, say opponent no cry under ritua eboa. Obe call tournament. Now you say, Obe share. Now you know you do so well. Call players, and no ma utrimiya with it. Now if we go into the World Cup feeling, say, oh, yeah, the preparation no, and you good until we expectation is lower. Eboa. Oh, 2006. Most people didn't think we were going. Look at where we got to. In fact, how much in Brazil for share training? No, Brazil for time because we played them off the pitch, although they scored 3 goals. So we play far better than Michael and Michael Bobia. Because how much could have been a different story. 2010, the team was well prepared and the quality was good. That's why we got to where and your crossbar and Ghana
semi-final.
Exactly. Now how much you see preparation here. Because says how much appear nanke per se and spiritual happen at one and goes over. So spiritual preparation and non-competitive near man or budget born abo. So match would we a very memory sharp. Obekaya that particular year. Na Drogba Esu Epe Goal King UK.
Yeah.
England
Premier League.
Wunya penalty. Na go peso kobo. Emma Lampa. Yes, in some. That is how it should have happened because you should every occasion and the sort of temperament I would have so maybe we lost the opportunity. That's fine. So preparation, you need a total preparation, not only physical preparation, coaching preparation, but also the spiritual preparation around the team. A bit pushy. I wouldn't doubt the fact
that players are informed back on what Callum Hosson or Doy Dean, what we didn't get any other Ghanaian players. I'll say, at least inform Black Stars team no near for Monko World Cup. I'm out for see the day you friend back into the Black Stars because of an experience no more Black Stars like the World Cup. And also so
the team ball I said that. Well they did here, to be honest. Media, you see, to everything there's a time and a season. Migidi says both physically and spiritually, his time has passed. Says you about Black Star, obey general captain said it the progression now the time was and normally are you brothers and the family it's a dynasty. The brother Ketwan they take over.
Jordan.
Yes, Jordan. Oba you disrupt I know what I'm talking. You disrupt the spiritual structure of the team. Only say there are a lot of rumors. A man 40 ekasa mebwa. P. Some of even the foreign players. Okas wombe Bob Blatter. We say hey, Mr. Mema mebwa bibi beyemi. Sebio ne time no ko. Let us allow sleeping dogs to lie, and then we can move on. I think that even after the World Cup, Jordan say his time will probably come into an end. We need to look to the future on the channel. So when it comes to the media message, Mama young man uncle da baby order na yenhwe to younger players who can inspire the team. I don't know. Well, the new coach who comes, if you think that his performance is good, why not? But media will be I think a normal PSC, let that go and let his junior brother carry the team both physically and spiritually. Because Jordan, when he's unsung, for me, he's one of the best players that we've had. In fact, I always used to tell their father that I like Jordan. Technically, Jordan is far, far better. He's brilliant. He had qualification here. 2 of the matches, as I said, the 1 year ball, and Madagascar, who shared the contribution to the team. Brilliant. Even Mali, he was fantastic. So we need to, once we motivate him and he's in peak physical condition, sometimes he gets to be a bit labored on the ball, and but if we motivate him now, instructions clearly for him to release the balls early and to be more direct in his play, I think his contribution will be fantastic.
Lawyer Moses Fuamoni and Anope Yeneno Edin Komo Kakra the weekend edition of today's post. Lawyer Yewie nti they say coaches and some say Portuguese for me and Sandiam from Bako.
Well, you ever heard
Fernando Santos and Paulo Bento
and Aquero. So well, to be honest, I think Bento Nuna Matisse or Nuna Elite, this is what I hear. Maybe in the end he might be the one that we're going to go in for. I think the announcement will come on Monday. And then he will probably be outdoored, and then we'll see how he picks his team, and we can grow the squad and make it stronger.
Lion of Hebedo was because of a Eugene that one him no yet me for our time when Hebedo was say when you bring your baby dinkumo, your baby tower chisuso, and more 10 no, if you Medina no, your baby squana, your baby tower chi, Ujumedina.
Papa na minfa Boys Brigade, the war Ashanti North, and Shemonsa.
Okay.
Mumwa and sponsors. I am we invite you on Mumbai Kasaba Brigade because we have a lot of activities. In fact, we are going to launch a visual arts, creative and performing arts festival in October. And your gospel rock show so as part of our 70th anniversary. And boys, constantly there's a lot of activity. There once in a while, no. Mumbai support here. Namunya sponsors more BB Gala and knockout competition because more na if we discover talent, I am a say Ghana for we are also on the black side, no. So him say a man secondary school no. I think they finished the final. I think the girls won, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Under 15.
Under 50, they won. But you see, nobody is talking about it. Well, I find the FA might have its problems and its negatives, but to be honest, they are doing very well. This is what Nkrumah used to do in the 60s, all their mission. And this is the second time they have retained their title. And this is a back-to-back. It doesn't happen. Now, these are June Oman, a big grow into your black maid, you can't say black princesses. Yes, this is a plus for the FA. It's Mr. Media House. Let's focus on the junior competitions now for the boys, no. See, if this one must have under 16, under 17, under 18. Let's find out. I understand that under 16 is in South Africa now. On the mission.
But it's almost so the room
so let's put pressure on them. Say, I didn't know if you put enough pressure, they will listen.
Obetia is a Ghana under 19, Switzerland. Players from Yenim.
Good. So put pressure. Who did listen now? Who's a concourse players? Woman, the I am telling my support to me now. Let's put pressure on the FA presidency and the because FA Ghana for FA. The teams Ghana and Sika Omogeno, they are taking on behalf of this country. Let's put pressure. Media no Article 164 Kase. Our duty is to watch the watchmen. All the mission. It's not only the politicians. Administrative roles. Let's put pressure on them. Now let's hold their feet to the fire. As you know, when we were younger journalists, but let's keep it on because now you're junior boy and grower. And no your future for the Black Stars. And no young Kuchini. Morocco, enjoy the day. Over the last 10-15 years, making sure say Morocco, Holland, Italy, Spain, they keep track. Ghana should do the same thing. Me and Chain, no. And maybe the suggestion be about me say we call it Ghana Soccer Caravan. Yebeko UK. Ghana boys say oh parents under 8 we put them together. No, they can enjoy our food, our culture, and then we have a short camp. You between people Wales, you between people Scotland, Germany, Italy. So these boys get used to us before rising. No, I can't say no do Ghana. You do into friend ma. This is something we must begin at the under 8, under 10, under 12 level. And on the Bema, that will guarantee the future of the national team or the mission. And I'm hoping that you journalists will push this agenda because the future of our national team will be guaranteed. Back-to-back Cup of Nations. Say Ghana, Unibia, making sure say Ghana for your agenda and say 2027, 2028 dole. Cup of Nations, no, and what's a cup? No, at the Bagana.
Lawyer, I say, ya Sankide, well, cry or Sankide Taifa, also a chow, also or helper, also a chow. Now, or can maybe our present award man, way back, or say, or Hot FM, and others award the man, or say, or Chawano pay. Lawyer, I say, Ebeba, about Tawachi, okay, no problem. Lawyer Moses form when he and Attrition Kumokaka. Ediafa a year Black Stars, ya homeboa, I de call a year the 2026 World Cup. A war a year Canada, USA, and a Mexico, and ye do and Komokaka. Over the Aquaba, Bibiabo Codie. Go visa Kito, Aquaba, Bibiabo Codie. Okay, I no pay all marketing gym for. Until we Mama Emma a gym for. Oh, the enemy who didn't who be who sports be. Is it one way I ever tried the Ablumus here? So, who's a Tronim? Okay, we ain't count. When the day ebe kone sa okay
you hu dia be ye na yɛmfa nsɛm no nyinaa ntoɔtoa so dwo
okay
na asɛm
ɛne lawyer di nkɔmmɔ ɛbɛba so
of course lot of angles na lawyer raise wɔ nkɔmmɔ ne wodiiɛ no lawyer abobɔ nsɛm bebree so I think sɛ ɔsɛ lawyer bɛwie na ɔka development ho asɛm ɛyɛ very necessary maka asɛm no bebree sɛ talent in Gumwa Hodo. We are not we are not having issues with talent, but we are having issues with development. Yeah, problem no. Got ko youth TV and so me you ko hebo an kwala ne mbo. Ofa bena.
Besa wo ye adwuma bi mame. Kotoko squad o me de ko bo me de ma no. Besa wo ye ho adwuma because me te say say Pennyfua suggested the actual coach and say youth team players no on starting for do na no and me bobe 6 matches na aka timbese mo yes adwuma ma ne hwe kotoko ne mediama game no dodo a coach prince do mo eko nti ye beba ne aba be hello issue because ye be discuss blasters coach no enra esco meeting no eko so edi kan dia to dwase ni pensia na ekopiem ewo ye meeting ase ne nkomo mu die e meeting ase nyina no ye bedi ho enkomo govi promo mu kakra na afi yinwura ma no ne kakra bi na yemre fi ne mehwe eye ensem wo fie
Jibo it's getting interesting
okay
the various leagues on them na the Premier League, La Liga and the Italian Serie A bonus liga na dey it looks like say Bayern Munich because about doing for any team to stop Bayern Munich over there. It looks like say we are almost done with the league award German. Now, Italy. There are some interesting games over there. This weekend, you have Milan Udinese, you have Atalanta Juventus, Como Inter Milan, na Parma so a host to Napoli. So the race for top 4 Champions League sports are very keenly contested. And Roma won at the number 57 points. Same points with 5th place Juventus or 57. But Roma have 1 game more than Juventus. Como 58 points. Milan 63. Napoli 65. And Inter 72 points. Now Milan airborne Udine and there Nyami Adoma. So what it means for the Serie A, and they say Milan and Udine game, you know, a win for Milan brings them back to second on the league log. Whilst Napoli plays Nyami Adoma Ochena, ball. Now they apply against 11th place Udine. Now so Jibo. So after Udine see a few way, ne how they've been just inconsistent. They've not been the team that you name sometimes almost trouble big teams, you know. First leg, no, Milan won by 3-0 away. I remember Pulisic, Fofana, and Pulisic scored 2 goals, and Fofana shared the other one. Milan winning by 3-0 outside game, you know. Najibo, if Napoli, Milan, the reason why and Milan want to do their job, and they say Inter Milan, difficult. They have the most difficult feature to play among Saturday
over the weekend.
Oh, weekend.
Yeah, inform Como. Inter say Maxilla Taro Martinez.
Yes. Oba now you'll be able to the difference, and clearly with him, you know, maybe like a Champions League, the story have been different. Well, clearly, Omata Kono no, on the make a difference, Nina. With on the bossing or the other forwards, Nina. So it gives them a lot of options. Without him, a big miss. Obakaya already Interfana Amako Como or Cup Coppa Italia.
Coppa Italia.
Ball and Kofon Ball. Just the only difference is that Como and Fian football and taught them on that day. And I born in this result on first leg now, a second leg in Yambaso. It is Jibo based on how Inter fixture no. If you are Milan, you want to finish your job today. Milan Ewini or cost 66. So just 6 points now behind Inter Milan. Whilst all Chelsea Milan Inter won the game. For Milan, they have to do their job. Now I'm here to say, and they be now one go back training and the
possible so 4-3-3.
Yes, 4-3-3. With Arana and Atikami, right? Atikami.
Yeah.
The winter Pavlovic, Nobo, Batasagi at left back. Then Richie, Modric, Rabiot, likely Leo Pulisic and Salamakis. These are the possible lineup. Yeah, this is Eba and the Milan coach would abandon the famous back three. No, I call a 4-3-3 system against Udinese. Milan will win. You go for 2-1 or 3-1 win for Milan against Udinese. Or so I give them. Atlanta Juventus. Jibo, I feel it hasn't been a very good season for Atlanta, but still they are fighting for European sports. Almost 53 points. A win will take them to 57. Same points now. 56. A win will take them to 56. Now just 1 point behind Roma and Juventus. And you know, even though it hasn't been a very good season for Atalanta, but still now they are fighting for European sports. That they think they can make it. But for Juventus, things have changed for them all of a sudden since Spalletti joined the team. No, now it's difficult to play or beat Juventus under Luciano Spalletti. He's getting them the results that here and they are playing very well. Now, Jibo, if we are Juventus, you know very well, say a win takes you to 60 points. The moment they win, I'm 60 points. I don't call Champions League sport because come over now. Come plays Inter or China. What it means is that if Juve wins, they are back in the top 4. Now pressure Akogu Como and so to do their job. Nyami Aduma or China. Now Adama Abua Juve very well under Luciano Spalletti. He's the fan of the few Italian coaches now. Almost believing in pure attacking football. Yes, this is an occasionally since Oba back 3. It will be an back 4. But on back 3 so Obompa Jibo that attacking back 3 now. Teams nobody been into Oba saying. So Oba back 3 Oba Kelly, Bremer, and Kalulua. The wing backs no most about McKennie is defender, so he's there to play an attacking right wing back. Cambiaso Obianim no, so one of the best a year to attack. Even when he tried to play in the back three, a back three that is more of attacking than a back three more of a defending. And against Atalanta, a very difficult game. Atalanta has been on and off. I wouldn't name the Atalanta that you are expecting to see because this is in at home. Or not drop points beer or you one on Tiasie, but at home in the Italian Serie A, the last time they lost a game, Jibo, now a year 28th December 2025. It's a C 2026 Imudie. No team and a winning against Atalanta or Bergamo in the Italian Serie A.
Okay.
Their defeat on Munya or Bergamo in the Champions League against Bayern Munich. And based on their form in 2026, you end up about top no because na nyakra before 2026 na omo form no na enye. Atalanta win or draw for Atalanta against Juventus. I don't see Atalanta losing that game against Juventus and all no.
Nti weekend the top 4 na best sana.
Yeah, I see changes. Anya mo wan say unse Inter and Como difficult game, but I didn't Inter one say they can go and get a draw at Como.
Yeah.
I see Juve coming back in the top 4.
As Mbabe you Como.
Mbabe Como, because I see. No, I'm saying Juve me I mistake remember because Juve will not. I don't see them winning at Atalanta.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying on so a win or draw for Atalanta. Juve enya 1 point, but what I don't know.
As a top 1 be remaining same.
Yeah, I see same. Inter over there. Napoli, they will not lose at Parma, they will win at Parma. Milan will win against Udinese. And Tebeo, Como win or draw will keep them in the top 20. And this is how I see say it will remain unchanged and Italian Serie A anymore.
Who Premier League?
Barca will beat Espanyol.
okay
say endra Madrid for no so ko yo Madrid bi
ba hu ade Atletico Madrid for minimum hu ade Diego Simeone ya say ni team no first team players no do po mu nyina over the weekend o odu biet na nchen because of Tuesday omene Barcelona game
say opose obunya ahon ko ball no this is the lineup Atletico intended there
ma mo be kwa ni monye careful
game boys no muntie lineup na ode ko no muntie ni ye and onim Ghana you question it onim why Sevilla are not performing. Who is Sevilla at the 17th they are only 2 points above relegation zone and then Nempo say Elche I'm say Elche be ball before Sevilla game no so say Elche to Valencia by the time Sevilla will kick off against Atletico no na Sevilla in the relegation zone it's Ghana as here and Quebec say pa this is the lineup or they call Muso and a better pool mama Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid no about a fan Javier Bona akwa we mean kind the last time our team Bobby dia mo card games na no man bo or your B player Dibo B player and the only right back into for muntie ni man boko eduma no Pubul the obo Mark Pubul he started against Barcelona on free but he will play
so as a return leg no suspended.
Yes, Wajikard was suspended. Instead of Obon there. Yes, he suspended in the return leg. No about Danny Martinez, another B player. Or yes, senior player, another B player on the ball number 5. Then he plays Julio Diaz, another B player at left back. Oh yeah, no come forward. Obed Vargas on the senior team but on the bench. But sometimes your team will about 15 minutes, 20 minutes until Vargas will start. Mendoza, Rodrigo Mendoza, and also or senior team no more, but
on Tanya Bimbo.
Yes, on the Bimbo. No about Javi Mosilo or a B player or Nona and there or Bomberford Edamomo. Then you start Thiago Almada. He's part of the team, but also key starter was our team no more. Then we started Alex Baina and Solot. Any more no way any team Atletico Madrid and go ball against Sevilla. It is kwa how yes also Sevilla to win also no so
yeah heard you say Tibasa to win against Espanyol
yes.
And why careful Atletico Madrid and Sevilla game
so you're very careful
you're in England na yen hwe de wo England so na fi ko say wo mameva we new kind
okay
John Michelobi means what in kan
John Michelobi
okay or say Michelobi says Cole Palmer has achieved more at Chelsea than Bruno Fernandes at Manchester United. Look, a lot of people are going to get emotional about this, but it is just a known fact. Cole Palmer in 3 years at Chelsea have won 2 major trophies, the Conference League and the World Club Cup. He won man of the match in both, won player of the tournament in the World Club Cup, which he was brilliant. Fernandes has spent 6 years at Manchester United, surpassing over 300 appearances, and he's undoubtedly their best player in all these years. But he has just 2 trophies to show for it. An FA Cup and a Carabao Cup, a 0 European trophies, also a 0 European trophies, got beaten by Spurs in a final. Cole Palmer took Chelsea from the bottom and won the European trophies. Bruno took United from the bottom and they have still not found their feet yet. It's fair to say Cole has been impactful. John Michelobi and the way atuja say Cole Palmer ne dwumadi a wadi e wo Chelsea mfie miensani a o join Chelsea no why better than Bruno Fernandes mfie nsia a wadi e wo Manchester United, former captain Edema the Super Eagles of Nigeria, former player Edema Chelsea, and John Michelobi this answer we atuja one ne ya adwene
Michelobi na Oh, problem.
And no problem.
Because
that's what stated fact.
One, let's start with the Conference League. Palmer League, the only boy team came in the final game. Okay, a team that now your man will be known to crime be cry. No one to crime be a more on Kobe. We didn't bomb because I do final game now. No more here in a modern bomb or boy final game. But he was virtually not like playing parts, crucial parts from the start to do one. If Conference League, yeah, okay, yes, Bruno about 2 finals in the Europa League, losing at Manchester United. So about 2 finals,
yeah,
and all losing that's you Conference League. Yes, I you look at maybe the FIFA Club World Cup because the teams that were involved, and yes, it's a huge trophy in terms of all compare. There about Conference League eligible. It's not a trophy that you say be a do. Bruno, yes, I agree. Say, tell me, I'm say or joining Manchester United. That was his biggest. I'm so sorry to.
But so would you to the Kupama impact over Chelsea the last 3 years? And the amateur Chelsea and was switching Bruno 6 years.
There been impact being was saying Bruno there. So I even impact being was saying if it's a Bruno there. Now, if FIFA Club World Cup, people have forgotten who was Chelsea's best player along the way.
But he was a jet player of the tournament, best player of the tournament.
Yeah, he was a
Chelsea tournament in a Kobo. He was the best player.
Final game, no ABB. Oh, that was the correct.
Generally, mom would not be best player of the tournament.
The show now, that show in that final game, no, Jibo against PSG. I bet it be beer so, but Omokono, Joao Pedro, are you forgotten? He carried the team to the final. And a match, the end of my Chelsea for no, who said there be said Nicolas Jackson and no boy any problem. Urevi, it was Joao Pedro. He came in and did all the thing that he never saw at Chelsea in that tournament. Eti menyim where an impact as in Bruno there. Now go Papa is struggling to even get a open play goal for Chelsea.
Mate. You remember also do a year back. You Premier League
Arsenal about Bournemouth. You
10:30 11:30. Oh sorry.
Stop on Bournemouth. Unim the kind of Bournemouth that you see. Unso on off. Last season, games na Amas na Anje League no. I'm going to Arsenal 2-1 at the Emirates. This time around, Arsenal are more than half of the job in the Champions League. You know, it looks like say they will be a bit comfortable. Still, Saka is out of the game. Timber is out of the game. But Madueke and the other guys, you know, there are almost a lot of experienced players are. About Martin things around. Jibo, there will be pressure on Arsenal. Unse yes, and get the idea. Offer league table now for points now. Arsenal almost 70 points. Jibo, and a 61 points. Unse sa Gabui. I think Miano one La Liga, Barcelona, and I say Real Madrid at this stage of the La Liga. Now you can say, oh, pressure behind this team, so Obaje. Italy, and Bianca, Milan, Inter, Juventus. I was a lead at this stage. That's oh yes, some more than but yeah, make doubt like we have doubt in the Premier League. Germany and Bayern Munich send no more. Lead will be as Bayern Munich as a league, you know. But still now people are having doubt in the Premier League, even though Arsenal are having 9 points gap between Omo and City. Let's remember, City one outstanding game against Crystal Palace on the ball. Jibo, moment game game, early kickoff. Okay, early kickoff. All the surprises in the Premier League, Biano, Satam, and the AC.
It tells you early kickoff.
Early kickoff. Surprise the Premier League.
There's a man from here.
Yes, on AC. And why you careful? Because a gamer, a bit me I draw simple. You bet my scoring draw simple cry.
Bomb of Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Who says a draw?
You bet my scoring draw. It's how you cup games, you know. Hard game, but if there will be a win, I'll go for Arsenal. But Jibo, as a draw, mama, papa, Elikoff side game, no. I'll say Liverpool, as a Fulham. But Liverpool forming yet. And almost no more share Champions League. But I'm sure, say, they have to put more priority on today's game more.
Yeah.
Because Champions League, you know, and yet guaranteed based on the team that they are playing.
They should be pushing for Champions League qualification. Through Premier League.
You know, that's it. Me correct it. Na anya ye, na Champions League anya ye. So Liverpool is one of the full squad against Fulham, and even though they are not in a very good form, I still go for Liverpool to win by 2-1 against Fulham. Chelsea bought Man City. Now one the Chelsea story, Jibo. The Chelsea league table no omoda 6, omoda Champions League spot. Na share be and the match be in the Premier League. Brentford ne Everton. So win by game we mu a Chelsea will kick off tomorrow 7th position, Jibo.
Okay. Chelsea the 6th 48 points. Brentford at the 7th with 46 points.
Yes.
Everton the 8th with 46 points.
And the win but we say Kim, Chelsea will drop to 7th before they kick off against Man City.
Which is also difficult for them to win.
Yes. That is where Chelsea is today. 1, sit against City. 2, teams now they are catching up and forcing them to even bring them more down. It's a game against City is very difficult. And without Enzo Fernandez,
Chelsea winners without
Enzo Fernandez in the middle, any ball as City abundance and Jibu, you go for 2-1 win for Chelsea. Sorry, City. That was our game no more.
All right.
So I'm at the relegation zone.
I'm about against Sunderland.
I'm at the relegation zone.
Yeah. It's almost the 18th.
West Ham
with 30 points. West Ham share Wolves and
4.
Roberto Dizebi first game. Or say players now when you're mono. A players or musi to the star.
Yo, on your knee, my maybe our first batch, you know.
So musi to the star. Omo top quality players. Ntine oji tumzo be coach Tottenham no. Echedi empra kwa mukake.
Na 0.
I say
you wish for a draw. But we are winning this game. Maybe 0, we wishing for a draw.
Nana be also say good morning, hope you are good. Yes, Nana we are good. You want your pa. Nana now so to saying. Mikel back pass Obi. Mikel Obi was more respecting the crowd. Mikel back pass Obi has always been very bitter about Manchester United. After the 2028-2029 Champions League final and many League United won from his Chelsea side. Much as we respect his opinion, we strongly disagree with him. Na Mikel Obi time no United League Chelsea. And I be checking you. Sir, I'm checking you now. Ejedi
Chelsea won.
And Chelsea 0. Picture be trendy.
Picture.
Yeah. Born in fact Uganda and Kuala and a picture and to Somana.
Uganda.
Yeah, I'm under 15.
Okay. We are under 15. Uganda under 15. Tournament we are in Morocco for April. Let's see Senegal.
Oh, my man, many video now. No signal.
Abase we do almost under 15 for. They will share 5 JC there. 1 or waba wonyini. We had the wonyina as a 14 JC no. And a goalkeeper no. And the original captain was on channel.
I was a keeper.
I'm no more twice no. But Omoma can do money 15.
14 the only 14.
Say 14 I make am say 14 no.
14 keeper no.
Keeper no. And then me no more two keeper no so no. Where Uganda under 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Morocco,
Senegal.
Okay. Now, you my fumana.
Oh, my okay. But it's really trended. Amount for bizarre questions at 8 under 15.
Oh, but so would dare you and the pastor so between you say, come on.
Born him have a picture of the run in between last year and this year Premier League, you know.
Okay.
Now you didn't come to heavy. Ti will never be brave, sasa. and SSC nya time near discussing your money power. Share Liverpool last year after 31 matches. Jibo. Any this season after 31 matches. Jibo, now Liverpool was 73 points last season after 31 matches in the Premier League. Now Arsenal with 62 points. They can't come on Kakrebiacha Arsenal for Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
One club amount for again
the same stage this season, Yana.
After 31 matches.
Okay, last year.
After 31.
Okay, all right.
This year after 31.
Okay.
The remaining Nottingham are not that third with 57 points. Chelsea with 53. Newcastle with 53. Now Manchester City with 52. Obian the last season, Man City brepa. They were league now near bon. Manchester United had 38 points, Jibo, and they were lying on the 13th position. Now this season, Arsenal enya 8 points more than last season. They are popo ne do say no menya. So in as much as
there's a big improvement.
Exactly, massive one. Because also why you better exams are ube score kesiye no. Eya wo di bi kan ho heading. Ten dia wo chap ketua bi o di bi kan. Never say a exams so bi enya 92. Acto improvements en kra naka. Just 8. But you benya 35 no. Ibo, or be 65 for betimi improve account. You are normal from 35 to 70. What double the performance. But almost from 90 and 92 no. I could even 96 a 4 pen abeka. But to even maintain at that top and add some is one element you cannot delete. It's a female amount for cars na sama car. But there's been an improvement in Arsenal's play. Now Jibo, the amount common here, Denny, apart from the points, Arsenal last season, after 31 matches, had plus of 30 goals. And then Omar Pijem had a core 39. So there is improvement in the total goals between conceded and scored Arsenal and total points of Arsenal Pijem. And you have to give credit to Coach Efera Arteta. Despite all the troubles, Arteta won home in the Arsenal setup. Oh, compared to last season after 31 matches, points and Liverpool. Liverpool had 73 points. And pay. But in the midst of all these difficulties, Arsenal Pigeon. Okay. Now you talk about Manchester City. City from 52 points to 61 points. When you're 9 points, now they can't that now. Ibo, and you market one at Pepper. The last season, your brepa. Into when you 2 difficult seasons. But at the Ebema Pep season, I could hear the fact that he can easily win the FA Cup, which were drew semi. Into what Timmy Sunday, EFL Cup, no, I think that I can't one. Say, or build the confidence of his players. Because why Man City players we want? Also, the new generation, which most of them answer down conquer England. I feel na or build it bimodiaba. We should be some Mamouche, then Waje, Ryan Cheki, Tijani Randes, Antoine Semenyo. Yes, you talk about Jeremy Doku Kakra. Yes, Doku Ababe Yebia Savino, then Waje in England. Now, to City a team Waje trophies in recent times. But a number of TNA or may have some crew and kitten to chase the Premier League title next season. So solid improvement for Manchester City.
Okay.
But Nipa Bakwa, then come on here and day Manchester United. And you cannot talk about United without attributing a lot to the wonders of Michael Carrick. United Bebo leagues. Almost 24 days on Mumbobo. In terms of rest,
in terms of
rest, Nina available pa the momo. Omaji oma home pa ama. Omo free. Ewo munko mumni omo bibia. Jibo. United moved from 38 points. And Jibo mama so ediaba 55 points. And last season at this time, United were -4. So you say almost plus of 13. Because last year I shut off from common one. Then United in Behu baby. But I feel based on the output of United, Anyhow flexible on matches near. And how Carrick. One difficult thing about Manchester United, how many teams a low block daily. When your answers to it, you'll be confident enough to believe that Manchester United will still remain at the top. Then you talk about Chelsea, any club of Liverpool.
Yeah.
The decline of these two teams near massive. Nottingham Forest, they also be flashing.
Yeah.
They are in common in time.
Omonya club, omonya consistent.
Consistent. Spurs, I can ask them. Last season around this time, no 37 points. It is all Brea, not a 14th position. One or da 1 to 2 in your May. But Liverpool from 73 to 49. Chelsea from a year 53, no, I dropped the about 48.
Yeah.
Chelsea had
Chelsea last season no more 5 points more than the one this season. Yeah.
And the match no more sabe bonu crabs a china match no against Manchester City. Ebe san sesan komo.
And no me soon da na 3-1
for Man City.
Yeah.
Definitely. City advantage, Jibo. City for no, they seem to be finding their rhythm. Pep is still doing the transition. Me catch will be say next season they be tinyane run the CE kakra. Because Bernardo Silva kwa Pep would now start using him very well. And send your Rodri, Obi heard the first scene of Rodri Biano, or by understudy Fernandino. Obi share the first scene of Jack Grealish, nay slow kakra. Haaland money team hated the grand running.
Yeah.
Benye City players nano mobile our partner farm. So I'm expecting Tijani Randers to come big next season. But from all angles, in terms of defense, Kusanov is an excellent tackler. Why I don't want to say me who defendant or no as a born winimbo. As a board winimbo, no one here over for how year. And he seems to be getting the job done for Manchester City. Rudim Diaz, Mike Gay, now when you're Matthias Nunes, solid players at the back for Manchester City. Valdio also injuries near the eye moment in them. In the middle, Rodri, Nico Gonzalez, Jibo. So Bob Bernardo Silva, no Bob Rancheki, Bob Semenyo, now or the Dokune Haaland Kamwa. This is going to be difficult for the Chelsea defense to shape up and come up again.
They are running through games now. After analyzing our positions and more last season compared to this season, Arsenal against Bournemouth.
Difficult match, but I will stick my neck out for Arsenal.
A win for Arsenal.
Yes.
Okay.
Arsenal is not.
Brentford Everton,
difficult match.
But I said David Moyes, so you can answer.
Yes.
Well, for Everton.
Free.
And they are challenge to be part of the top 5.
Yes. Not the 15th last season by this time. It's all the 8th. Everton,
huge impact.
Draw in matches like that.
Burnley ne Brighton.
Match is another type. On say goose ne kakra na de had here.
And to go both teams.
These are all struggling teams. Yes, the ability for them to keep a clean sheet.
Liverpool, Fulham, Amford.
Liverpool need a response.
Okay.
It's a slot team here, baby. But who be a response to be free about? Fulham, I to say the Achilles heel of Liverpool. Who come Liverpool, but no more Liverpool stress pa. Me share they got 2 Liverpool of France now. Me share they 2 against Manchester City. Confidence now here with Liverpool team no mjibo. As some ball now I say players nankasa are even doubting their potential.
Okay.
Why are now for the beach Jacobo?
Crystal Palace watching any Newcastle.
Oh, yeah, Crystal Palace won't win or draw.
Okay. Nottingham Forest and Aston Villa.
For Villa. I want to believe in Villa.
Roberto Di Zerbi, first game for Tottenham Hotspur against Sunderland. Stadium of Light.
New manager bounce. Stadium of Light, but new manager bounce.
Sir.
A bit me Eugene
and Chelsea in Manchester City.
Let's go for a City win.
7 p.m. Ochina Manchester United leads.
Oh, United is winning. After this long break, Jibo, United is coming back big, and United will definitely stay in the top 4 on the list. List is a stubborn side, but on the Premier list, I call for more a Premier League conversation.
Okay. T. Imra, Syrian, Parma, Napoli, Milan, Udinese, Como, Inter Milan. Parma, Napoli.
Parma, Napoli, what chance?
Tardini.
Yeah, Napoli, what chance? Napoli won't lose that game.
San Siro, Milan, Udinese.
Oh, Milan is saying true. Okay. Milan, they are now predicting against low block teams. They are not because last time they were, how they survive against the big teams and how they struggle against the low teams. But At home, let's give Milan the chance. Milan the chance.
Intercomo,
what a game it will be, Jibu. But the stubbornness of says Fabregas, the tactical stubbornness. It will affect the big matches.
Yeah.
Especially if you meet a team or well drilled and a manager that is not scared to twist his hand.
Yeah.
In a coach like Christian Kivu. And he's a resource oriented manager. On say Kivu by won't say them who born no, but remember bounce no shit no.
Okay.
Your man 2-2.
The Catalonian derby. How Barcelona handled this game Tuesday against Atletico Madrid.
Barca will win against Espanyol. Espanyol said that a thorn in the flesh of Barcelona. Then said them who be Espanyol pie ha Barca heading. So Barca will win. But they be from Monday kono. Another for free time I talking about Madrid.
Okay.
Because it looks like the season might be over roughly by next week. Because the Barca be mark on 9. Now 9 points with Barcelona. Now say Nyamiam Fefi Krana Atletico Madrid could Barca free nom the Omahu Odin never be good champions, ever be good league in this one. That is game over for for Real Madrid.
Okay. So Mikel will be the end the only weekend.
Well, another day. You need to also speaking a contest. And I think his contest focuses on trophies.
Okay.
And it do baby on say 7 na nipa na ka no. And when they see a share they can ede hu the can fa.
Yeah. Okay.
Bia brofo kro be yusu. Any brofo no kwan kro fa so kire ne brofo no no. And
Jina asem ni ncheche mu de no ano no.
And all dey patch. Ebi o say aso asiko ha no wonje hwe.
Ba we de oba ha no abaji bibi.
In terms of crew and we was so chain we. If sana all patchere. Na ye share statistics na no kre we are the trophy chain we are. That in the contest
of
talking about the total performance of the players.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Obiaje.
And the Obia akoye. Amani team anya bibi.
Na can't say we say Bernardo Silva will end his career in the Premier League successful than Bruno Fernandes. In any time be a discussion here. Bon she ya ke help ball na ne send Fernandes in that average Manchester United team. You'll be forced to grade Fernandes over Bernardo Silva.
Okay.
But Nyoma Bernardo Silva about with England. Bruno Nji Mubi.
Yemrefie. Say Obed, yeda say. Ampon say Jay say. But I think the Uganda players, their face looked a little bit older than their age. But Senegal beat them on penalties to win the tournament. Yeah. And no, Ampon say Jay there out there. But okay, and you have video this is here. I have video no. Okay, yeah, Sebe Amonkuma in fear so watching live from a Joso at the Hope City. Asante go beat Mediama tomorrow. Okay, yeah, that's say. We also Kwame or say Sapon or see vintage Zakito. He never gets this wrong. This is not a prediction but his wish. This guy hates Arsenal with every drop of his blood. And no Kwame or say Sapon and this a message we abba. Kofi Fenton or say is Milan still winning the league striker? Scenario ye and yebehu Charlie. Don't worry, why? Scenario ye yebehu eye Charlie na yehu said ye enyoma ebesi ako. Okay, yebefie na afi yebehwe enkomo enususu ewo eye efie. Mamemfa we enikan okay meba message we ehun hia me pa ehun ehia me nipa ne di fridun kwawo na ode sa message we ebaye mza ko de was me hwe message no se video ni na da so momfa video no ento so Senegal ni Morocco na say semi final
ti ngonko echi ni Morocco nkura ni question bia ni ho question mark bia ni Morocco
na if for the question mark
o say ya start from Morocco and say based on this video there visa start video no na ye hu Morocco nkura ni mi gigi we hwe nze we there from this angle there there's no question mark about them unyo hu we there nkwala papa aji hwe wait akola kitikiti the problem bia ni ho hwe akola kitikiti ana ajedi ati nze we there question
problem bia ni ho ayate
nti don ko na nimu na yanko sene na yanko sene ga on ngo nti ana senga
I don't see problem na omo ye yinti a we say problem ni
o say ni
15 hey badabi hey but my main status so say the my main status say Senegal for Senegal and Mali almost omunkra no munyina tintin mu pa enti no so ya Nazak wa hwe no so yi na o me condemn mo so ne me che no almost omunyina tintin mu say go gi pese odi ni tintin achi a wa hwe ya baka so be 30 years but to be ko ni fie no no ma me boni age a che obo wan say 13 years anti yenhwe ehwo no so eyi Zak ye be fie enra the executive committee of Ghana executive council of Ghana Football Association ACI on Blasters coach na the official munum eba and say it looks like nipa Blasters ye be fanas next coach no edina akokwa abonten Zak betia sesa
sa
betia sesa na sports minister so Monday now share no from annual meeting no unless say be a secret meeting because so any possible say and look likely meaning baby a pressure be free about there say Monday be who the next coach of the Blasters hopefully by Wednesday there from reporter met you know and just say ebi e china aban mu ayi there like it don't pressure to me but ohwe meeting no mo ko any timelines no the tutu on there by Wednesday benya the next Blasters coach obabe coach Blasters na coach na enra Moretu journalist we itli bebo ni din no Zak asano me entonkune my entono sonkune kwa because
Spanish no
yeah am for me key case e de man pa my entonkune
obi a ona okochi Lionel Messi die
my entonkune
obi a ona na apia so na Xavi ni Iniesta enya promotion to the main Barcelona team die just say the coaching was proper because if you are not good at that level you can't coach a good players like Xavi and Iniesta to play for the Barcelona main team, you know. It's I understand where they are coming from. And you see, and I'm saying even though I've not followed him much, but the fact that he was a coach coaching the immediate team, the Barcelona A team, because if you are not good, the kind of coaches that they employ, they believe in coaches who will let the boys play football. And by virtue of say again kata Asian Cup, at least it is all about Japan and Korea dominating and all those things, you know. But to use Qatar to win the Asian Cup, you know, actually say the BB even though Qatar wasn't and still isn't
Felix Sanchez backs,
yes, Qatar and wasn't and isn't still
Emma Buka Miki case Konokra de Yemfa no me Yemfa World Cup ne kure nsusu no na o me transform your Blasters no and based on the experience e be betimi aso under 20 and under 17 kura so
so
yeah
no he's a developer.
I am going straight na ya man 3 years as coach for the Blasters.
He's a developer, so and you know if for a long-term project, and you know, we can decide to say fine. The man immediately now we should find something and do the Blasters, but we are looking at a long-term project in structuring our football from scratch to end. So, but the problem is whether he will be given the chance to do that transformation. But one thing that have weakened our national team, Obia Junun Koso, the car Obia say Obia and my attention, the collapse of our 17 and 8 under 20.
Yeah.
Hey, national team bear we as no Jibu. They depend on their 17 and their 20 to get quality players. So when Ghana near strong, Tama near Gina now so pa no. Yeah, national team. There wasn't any national team. Blasters are minimum 2-3. You 20 players be our mabo be our mom. And me pacho. A friend say visit me. Ako am the last squad na local ball. friend no Austria and Germany or the moment the call up now auto yeah no. Then we go through the squad list and see U20 players saying players then have passed through the development stage of 17-20 Omuka team no. You this say and because national team be no ne foundation. Yes, I mean the foundation. It's how strong your junior national teams are. But because we've collapsed our junior national teams, you know. Yeah, the national team notane if for Kobo going around begging. Now yeah, because if you watch Senegal, look at the players they are bringing to the national team.
Yeah.
Young boy Mbaye or
strong youth system.
Yes, Mbaye or PSG. Yeah, I want to Senegal. Yeah, Naba.
And someone say dear Congo say Mayulu.
Yes.
PSG.
Yes.
As somebody no co-work.
Yes. They are doing the right thing, but yeah, you go for the bimpo abampo also on yade. Shemoroku, what they are doing. It's yeah, the boy, sensation ye. And this squadless, Visa Bon, Ubiemwa, goalkeepers, none. That's what you say about your national team. Until 3 weeks in 0.
Okay.
Ember defenders
5
on Kahonda.
Derek Lucasen
on Kahonda.
Derek Con
on Kahonda.
Jeremy Poku
on Kahonda.
Caleb Eugene
on Kahonda.
Kojo Pompepra
on Kahon.
Jonas Ejete
on Kahon.
Marvin Senaya
on Kahon.
Jiku
on Kahon.
Gideon Mensah
1 on the 21.
Thomas Pate
so on more you but
Elisha Usu
on Kahon.
Ibrahim Sulemana
Sule on Mo. Well, we are more also modern quality dialect into one more on Kahon.
Kwesisibo
on Kahon.
Brandon Thomas Asante
on Kahon.
Jordan Ayu
on Kahon the by Prince Edu.
Yeah.
One more from the Chimna.
Obana 20. Ansana Oko outside there.
Until the Prince into
Christopher Bonsuba
on Kahon.
Abdul Fattah Ishaku
3.
Inaki Williams
Derby
Antoine Semenyo
Derby
Kamal Din Sulemana
Din
so right to dream
Obo 20. I'm so humble also call that
and Daniel J.
We are in trouble.
Okay. My name is Awe na me cause Uber so lawyer was this from when any income raise should be about areas of future blasters here strengthen. Once here can coach SMC pe coach no wan. Ose fullbacks your problem goalkeeping so see your problem ho
o say Chroma say no we attach too much emotions to our way of doing things and he say oh kind of crimpa by virtue say or support our team into no yes say what time no what time on penasem jibo truth of the matter is that we have serious problem at goalkeeping. Problem I want no. It's not Asare and only very good goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper. But maybe I no. The standard no. And then Asare Yendu one no. And truth is that one, Asare like even basics.
Just say.
Okay, 2 penalty out. Jako international what facing have you watched it? Who how Najau and Co are training Asare. Oh, put mine. At this stage, Blasters number 1, he doesn't even know say after rule ni say you penalty or be touch ball na e say 9 back. E wa line also. Asare doesn't know. At this stage, Ojibo, it's a big concern that if you are Ghanaian, you should be worried. Say at this stage, your Blasters the one goalkeeper on him say rule ni say you have a penalty kicker. So 9 back one line also. 2 ninya oka Korea opie. And I never know until they allow you to go. And I know opie that because I have it, you know, it was allowed to go. In any serious game be no sa 2 penalty o save ya Jibu. Nanka replay because he came out. That is 1. 2. A lot of times Germany for your crosses me no bi linya oba me say ball no out on echi miscalculation. You could see how like he wasn't comfortable at that stage. Eti un say I told someone I wish Asare na that Austria game no. Now on time say me can say because a lot of balls went into our like to our goalkeeper against Austria than Germany for virtually Omambo shot be just say be no Omambo shot be no say ba ku be no more from this Asare channel.
But organizing the defense we.
No. You see?
Which and also a sign of a good goalkeeper.
Who say I think okay no ba Real Madrid ne Bayern Munich. Asare is not organizing change manonua. And I'll be back convincing yeah to the man say Asare organizes defense better than manonua. But some more like manonua so. It's a how you organize team no opponent remember watch it ball. You can be before Casillas opponent organizing saying if they are good the ball will come on at you. At Germany we are not just prolific up front in terms of attacking wise, but also we are very direct at us. Jibo, I agree with Fo. Problem at goalkeeping, yes. I don't just say Nadio. And the Bianca said, "I call walk up, but we can upgrade and can better the walk up."
Okay.
2 fullbacks, yes. Number 3, they know we don't have fullback number 3 now. Bona, if anything, Kun Nebono. Bona, I know boy and a day. At least, so no Bona as a Gideon to bench. It's a because at least this guy is playing and facing all the best fullbacks in the game. Or police getting me no listen or tackle listen me now no more. And Obian say Okon and Nimswa. Oto Hado na am gonna feel so wasan.
Kon.
Yeah, Kon, Oto and Kayama gonna fafison Akano Nadi. You feel like a crabby against him, so boy. He's a proper like attacking left back. Who kaka. Now, dear, how to say you dig in ya and say, I'm my own sananya. So now, Ghanaians, we don't know him. And honest to be honest, me a friendly guy. Nancy and Yanya Duma DSTV. It's just about Mukano. They only pick the big games, you know, big teams, you know, monetary. And you not see Sanaya playing. And no access, no. It's yes, we have problem at right back today, but left back corner solve it and Yanya upgrade that. Over Asaria, but where are we going to get good? Nipa and Kebianko, yes, you know. Me just said a man started process, no, and based on time now, no. What's happening there? He may not be have the ultimate the clearance to play the World Cup. Boy, or attack my
goalkeeper, no.
Don't.
Ejeri, why am I doing now,
Please, call about some Quans in Jama.
But some Kayano with the Babonti, and I will there.
Omunam Quans Sanayana.
Nanka, young players or Mufi Junior team, ma. Omodomo air call.
So, Coach Prince can say, on Ombe, on it, management workers, if they give him the permission, we'll start giving some of the youth team players.
I know I can.
On the post match. So,
okay.
If it happens, I won't be surprised. But, Kotko Media Madiana, it won't open the door, so I don't know whether they will try it this match or the remaining matches against teams that pre-relegation on Baba 12 or the other. Let's see what will happen today.
Okay.
Black Stars of Ghana.
Yeah.
Interesting times ahead. Now, Yana SRD win Yadi and Wababe Drew Sabri. If you did not so Suma or Ye Jawajuna, any hair feed no Ye Jawajuna. Yes, many hair feed. The writings near clear on the wall. We've had about 4 different chances to fix it, which a BNY you see. Jibo number 1. Black Stars. Starting who said one of our problems is a technical team. We have issues with the quality of players at Wayansa. But enunti ye po bi so wa ben. Kakra na e wo no timidi hihye bibi soronko. That's why almost every time people are talking about the technical department. When we had the first opportunity, we decided to go in for Shefa to come and beef up and supervise a coach FNO1. that was the time I necessarily pamu to Adona Maneko. Chef by after the AFCON.
Yeah.
Qualifies near Intimino and you go find about. Now, Queen Yana Basse, Abrantian, Nijano Quine. Near Copu be a bit mini Yakoye. Yanye, we still wanted to stay with him because Nipa be convinced the authority say Ghana ya pese de ya coach ban you could do so. And ne on my friend Brazil, on my coach
Carlo Ancelotti.
Free Brazil. Think you help Brazil. What caps your majesty? I'm the book for an attitude.
Yeah.
But I'm realizing praying need some materials nibi. So mu krum ni bit me ye adwumanama edem fa so paaba. So then I'm here. I'm going for Carlo Ancelotti because they feel that this is a matured manager. See a kobobe 10 matches are on mini BB 10 matches ni be a dear one ranty no about amen kunim dia ban wa ya dear. So they went in for him. And then England. One they believe when you say yeah England for ye BBC here club had here. England you ko Europe nyina omudi Euro so omudom so omukrum sika pound nkwa no mbedi. Open nipa baako ana kro baako a omo gidi so omo de ne sese de bia yi so e omo.
Yeah.
Omo for mo de ndi agro. But the normal national team coach Thomas Tuchel, free Germany. If you understand national team rivalry, I can't see Ghana, Nigeria, Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, our rivalry, no? Argentina, Brazil. What share the rivalry between England and Germany in Europe? And your rivalry ketwa. A honoma kwakofa coaches, Omra. They had a coach in Gary Southgate. I'm saying, Debbie, opinion na pema duru na ho den de betimi aye. Baby, I ho den na duru no ontimi nkopje mu nka ho. Yankofa Thomas Tuchel no be ye adwuma ne mai. England defeated all odds and they've gone in for a foreigner. At a point, they won in for Capello from Italy. So me ye adwuma ne mom go no say adwuma na da no omu krom ni ntimi nye. Ntoma be ye krom ni utreli coaches in England. Say the how we now Premier League. Some Allardyce more. I'll do Allardyce baby nya issue ni ade. They're going for Tuchel. Kiepo my said could decide to the head coach of man the time I'm an engineer. Nibo, what happened to Southgate? Guy Southgate here to Wijibo. On form unko Euro final. World Cup on form unko semi. But guess what? Omo piantunche. What I say? But they've gone in for Thomas Tuchel.
Okay.
Mama, two big national teams. And you krum sem. They are two baby. It's sad they na have young qualify. I of course we didn't say young from because we still want to work with Totoado. Na ye ni hedjuma. Eni ha fidie na ni esum no. Eni eja wa adwene ete honem. After the World Cup, I say qualify e ko ye. Impenifo na omote nkrata ne hunim kwan fa so qualify for World Cup. Sometimes see, the last person you should deceive should be yourself. Tisa wa out way. Unim sika unya. Any sika that account. Who they deceive will be our abonte, but they deceive ho. Because one kasa woni pediani nim no kra ni free suro besi form. Impenifo na no mote won. Ebi aya eti abonte die. You can tell us a story which is quite different from how we qualified to the World Cup. But mo amote won nim quite fast to qualify. Mo bisa say quite near fast to qualify na. See this how quite na to aso ko World Cup ni be yana. And when we had the opportunity to make changes in our head coach, especially after Ghana cover Japan and Korea, we paid the dance and said happy. We still decided to stay with Tutuado.
Yanko coach for World Cup. And I Yanko coach, man a long-term contract.
Long term, no. I've always had issues with the long-term conversation. Me question back when if you phone me be so say Bernard Lepet be Ghana. Blueprint not the two on. Then a womb. Because if you want to go long term, book of fat technical director man be Ghana, your board from Kuala level to Penny4 level. Then no true shame. So that should be considered in appointing the next in terms of long term. Immediately say Uncle World Cup no. Nyampo before the World Cup. Or cannot to papa so I done as it. Nya be fan is okay, ye be shishe. Yes, she be a man the next 3 years. You'll focus on first scanning good national team blasters. Yes, she shall see you. Because long term, I keep asking myself the question, say, so coaches you cry a bobo mudinjibo. Long term, no, then a long term. I do mobile. So I think I've always believed that Kian call for World Cup, no keke.
Okay.
Then put before World Cup. Now after World Cup, no, nanki ya tenase. After World Cup, the coaches ni be beje juma. Jibo. After World Cup, the coaches ni bi wo ha. Omo mode mo be so ani e wo clubs nketwa nkiti bi. So the pool will be huge. You see what steady ah. On say baby, e nam ni go e betimi ayi afiri ni eketwa bi. Endorso. And I saw the one question tight corner.
Okay.
That is why most of the teams, you know, generally, on coaches or for interim, or old player they do. Season query, yeah. Now coaches ni more be near Fabiaba.
Okay.
Into I think saying Kamedia, I'll side with the World Cup, and after the World Cup, we choose a long term based on our current challenges and where we want to get to do.
Madam say Obed, Janfa Idrisu says Akito should mention a goalkeeper who is better than Asare now. Zach, I say goalkeeper be a fusende or ya de chance Asare, ever me a year Asare free post him.
Oh, sir, me and me say, who are we going to get? Me, I admitted, say,
options niswa.
Options niswa. So I say, when they say options niswa.
Okay.
But I don't can say the standard, no, as good as it is based on our standard local any day. But I don't no compare. Baby, I into corner how corner. One I mean, say there's problem and we have to improve.
Okay. Yamra league games this way. Na yamra games ebe koso over the weekend. When you say mo obia be can san maba. Games also over the weekend. Obed, who will be a dawa kuma so apesa oka. Na Zach na afi. Do obi.
Enra, unsa me be ma update about na the name with regards to THB. Discussion here na last week.
Okay.
I can say I'm reliably informed say somewhere last year November the Kotoko IMC and the board or as a management of THB for Etnase extended contract for another 2 years. The non come train saying season no do baby a site na non come my
asase no na be kan asase no
and no can asase no.
Okay.
Non come my announcement no. Nti we no say this Eugene there informations comes, informations go into next and following more update on it. Now I'm told say update about say the new board no are going to meet THB for further discussions.
Board negotiation.
Yes. The new board will be like say under there because I'm told say and yet the news I just getting is Jibu, they are meeting all sponsors. Which FN is saying THB included to look at some further discussions on THB and contact now. On money management by IMC, you know, SNA, you know. And see, you know, we put two questions here. Would they be I couldn't be doing something like I say, oh, yeah, am I even the discussion but say it depends on what is in the contract, test of contract. So free THG more ABA obey says and there are more and I say and that one is there. It's so me expanding now. The news is that they want to meet all current correspondents in almost show me now and sponsor be a say and they all could be they are going to meet them. The meeting no I'm telling you just next week here and basso I'll make sure more to see the trust no more trust so they look at some trust no the discussion will go there then all this will come. Now Jibo minimum I see you and say what to be for some there
matete. Oh, some media my shame view was hard and hold that. I check me say board members with the experience and no more food that we no more pretty from no Ebe den se omo kwa ye de adwuma ema omo. Ti se kotoko adwuma opem so de ama omo. Na Zakito omo nim de obeba be yesi wa omo.
No, I know you are doing.
So said the otile me chana say. Because virtually ba no mo ba no mo like investors. Enye se skabi da baby e no bi atem ska mo se mo nyin koye kotoko. Ashase omo na do musike ba be yetim no.
Exactly.
And omo ye no so omo nim se edu point bi omo hia obi so betia resist ka dia mo. Which definitely be the CEO. It is that as a stage here tie ka say from panyifo pa de homu nyum omo wo. Mr. Ofori Rockshaw. Joe Shop. Ora James Osei Brown. Big construction company. Ayi askwa kwan yomu ye interchange kwan ya de ko Santa so about yi. Uduru aneka edi akoni abasa ono ana ye kwan.
Ono ana ye kwan.
Ti from mumu ba bi omu we. Jack e ba ye den se e be ka se ne ya ye ti he. Omu nim de ba be yesi wa makotoko.
Na what is says some of them also no. This one is just more of approach. As a like the
and also your amount for the but media na make us with my experience. And you see at hey Zakito. You see a Jumera, Mr. Ajimai, on any yere Miami. Omoya Majison baby Oyerepa. Ometo machines. Microphone yes we ni ma ka say. There are no more nipa. Omfu say adwuma na ye bie we mu ne ye form am betia ye adwuma na maye ana me boa
exactly
to we there.
No, I agree with you. I'm say one of the big challenge you know and it's they had their targets. So and I'm say targets ni you know were not comfortable coming to back to Kotoko. And I said coming to Kotoko, let me use the word coming to Kotoko. It's the discussions, you know, I start a crazy, but as big as they are, no there. See, you know, and the answer. You have to get someone to entrust your investment into his care. Now, how much I say, spend they will spend season and they will spend again because Kotoko will do recruitment. Kotoko preseason, I say they will have to spend. And see, you have to get someone to entrust your investment in his hands. And you know, I very key. What happened. But again, ubusa question be based on this year. Na me try to find out. Tamana kotoko free. Friends and omo can be to know. My man on the ground say the only all Lawson
as part of
the team, you know.
Okay.
Of 4 bars in be. The time I no 4 bars in there. My men there now station more to monitor things for me and say the only all Lawson. Say or 2 kwan be and see that is the news the boyaje from omo clubhouse wa yeah man tino Lawson so they know about in the team na yeah antino dibo ya be share the before.
Okay. Yamna league games eba so over the weekend.
Before I go no visa ya colleague no sintima dibo go na penalty na ndo Diana dibo sha penalty na ejima Diana yeah kamu to biom kakra defender no ko bobo attacker ni mu na akofa wo no you so no clear
no yenye ni nyina kan wo enura Gold Stars ekodoma Ubed Diana show mo kamienu emomo atimu ebaako Mediema ebo china against Asanteko but the game eba so no Vision FC any across of Fugha so Zak in home ye na ebehu an say ebeda solid abaako no na 2025-2026 Ghana Premier League winners no Accra House of Folk tie hwe ye Dreams FC abo against 11 Wonders Nations FC any Basake Holy Stars Ho United and LWC ho de omko Kerala United any Heart of Lions Samates any Brekum Chelsea and our Young Apostles any Sodro Oblast Obed yenhwe league games eba so over the weekend no aso ba ko ekọ so Gold Stars akolusu to Adriana ewo doma say Gold Stars eda so da top 29 games enomabo almost 51 points. The otosumienu Mediema 28 games almost 50 points. Afimiensan Hazelfolk 28 games to 46 points. Asante Kotokotosu 9 20 Adriana Tosu 9 29 games 45 points. Kotokotosu Num 28 games 43 points. Now for Samates 41, Karela 41. Baseke Holy Stars 40 points. Nene Ebesiasie ho. Young Apostle 16 position 33. Hohoi omo de omo fi league ni mu dada nti ebefan so omo ye relegated already. 11 wonders so omo ajo omo tiki dada by Brekum Chelsea, Nations FC, Vision FC, Swedro All Blacks, Bechem United, Pando Heart of Lions, and Afi Dreams FC. Obed omo nyina no bia timi koka hohoi ene 11 wonders ho.
Agrona Dawson Kuruma.
Adai
has ne kotoko they are not serious. Jibo. Can dia global money serious. League no high table no.
And I'm Bobo Masisi.
Okay. 29 times 3. About 87. The other top of 51. Fine. If you move born or China, the amount 50. They will show me to 53.
Yeah.
But I'll check it percentage of points won. Baby Gold Stars as at this point or that top or 58% of the points won. It's a house no kotoko ye league no be obi 58 ADD first. So massa they've been poor. Let's not beat around the bush. Classroom no be the 58 AD first. 58% AD first. That is what is there.
Is that 6 matches?
Yes.
And from 6 matches now, it doesn't look like Aka 5 Gold Stars. It doesn't look like Ombe winning more than 3 games.
To one who class 60 points. 60 points. Obi bet me the Aji League Okroma. Na we the Piaka. Na has Nekotoko Muntimi Bo League enya 70 points. When at a point in time near about 30 matches. Na has Timinya 78 points. Got Timinya 70 points out of 30 matches. And ye the Marco 4 about the system Pomunya. Where points ya could go for 43 years. Chances could be 55 points at the end of the season. 55 points. Now we don't know what to say. Agropa na clubs are Kesiano Moody. And that is why one, they are losing their fans. Fan base net how much in debut or pamubi. And among some bombarding recruitment. Also, more performance is not catching up with the younger generation. Younger generation impact. In Tiama, their political power cracks abem. So Gold Stars here no Fiji league back to back. Do you know what that means? It means that you're expanding league, you know. After COVID, after NAS, arrangement. Gold Stars scratch league chain that is the story. Gold Stars. Oba I could need 5 years. In Chinese, Gold Stars to me back to back. Even if it's mediama, it means that league near restructuring where I started to see a buffer front. That means mediama more chain has. In that contest, Asamba now catch them see a mouse kakesi and chania. Oh yes, was Matiasi. Tell me if I will understand if I was in the Gold Star shoes or I was in the mediama shoes. I'm not burning yet, Tibo. And over the weekend, 2 matches of Mummy and Yakobo, Mosakoba, we no cram and common saying, Kotoko going to Takwa to play against Mediama. Have to for going to play against Vision FC. I will beat Miare. I will lose so much. We are massive impact. Our Vision FC so always so. Yet Tiana Joa de Ababe discusses on Mummy and lose. Yet Tiana Joa de Abat me discuss it. Has a loose cut lose. Has should not be getting anything less than 70% of the total points.
But say be do munya.
Sani how no. First now yes you and yes league now competitive. Go and check the league table. Has was 78, Kot was 75 and now 73. Na kin face I won 52. And the points now go stars munya. Some points now na Kimfesa. Any Liberty ni RT you munya. But back then Kasabre Kotoko be 70 points. In just what him. Kasabre be a Kotoko 60 even if Kotoko 63 points. And a house was 62 and now 60 points and come and go stars must say. And you over 10 points. Sana na first net you. But it's someone drop ya track the third place teams ninya. And that is why we are here. Jebo, it is pathetic. Sa Sante Kotoko. Wabo league. We win 11 matches. Now Go Stars abo league. No we win 16 matches. Hey. There's a Kotoko ne has no hono. Omo ntimi ko 5 weeks. O ma win am omo supporters.
How so we win 11.
Agro and Omudi.
Wow. Etienne, has any vision there?
Well, I want to take my neck out for her to fool. I'm best here draw. That's what they've been telling us. I'm ya mokwa na makujinechira no about draw.
But away the omo very good.
Ojibo. These two teams remember one says from in a way that was a crab FM. One Ekoshegu Nama has, that's another story. Yeah, my born a draw. Because Vision FC need these points badly to survive in the league. Hard to folk. Oh, I don't see them winning. Yamamo draw 47 Monday near Barbican. Protocol goes to a Mediema. I'm hoping the game will be live on TV.
Yes, live. But I know more say Go Stars and Adriana game. Oman show.
I think some yi kakra.
But still no was here any there.
Jibo. Kotoko ni hun san ebia Samate's defeat in Bema Boys then ya say yenye back to back defeat be fine. That could be one.
But what check Coach Prince away record? That's apart from Karela no. Ebia wanya de kwa
3 matches. We need back about draw back lose back we.
Oh, so about young apostles.
And we win.
The young apostles. No go win here. And no lose to Karela.
And no board ready.
And no board ready.
We no one here day.
But that's how we here.
Standard na from well ya member draw be more. Something we could do a Diana to a draw. Hopefully. You know, say if Kotoko can survive with at least a draw. But you see, standard na drop you, Jibo. They na many of our no didn't come up, but you bet. First, na babayara. Ye bisa si eshe sen. Atia fa so kra na ye two bi de ebehye. Into also omo many brain om standard omo tiem wanya standard because but they've seen
as a bibia eba form.
They've seen Kotoko scoring 4 e league.
Enu amedawa na dwena mse ma men check Fabu Census dashboard so. Last month Fabu Census 30,000 Ghana cedis.
Eni omo sika da mumu so ayete ye o. Omo ani sika da mumu so ne ate.
30,000. Bibia eba form.
Who will contribute? The club is coming down, Jibo. And in here revival, massive revival, and your revival ketwa. And it need excellent communication. Yema supporters no say be mfie num ye de be hyehyɛ. E bia e.
Omonti omo expectations so.
Ye de hyehyɛ. Ne ahyehyɛ de aba. It looks like Jibo Kotoko cannot go the Galactico style again. Because the crewman ko any Galactico so ha. And a wo abefa. Because grade 1 players in Jibo it was second division no master too kind. So what was second division on one monitor. Omo ya de pa no second division hono.
Yeah.
But no man amostra. Ye pick your montem class grade 1 for number premium. And now build him the Ghana football ecosystem. The grade 1 players don't come to the Premier League.
The problem ne pa ede.
So you need to start from afresh. As I said dino. Jibo ya any painty a ye ba ni a painty wedding ba ni a painty. As I said dino nyina ti ase say nyina kope baby atena. Ye dwiri dino go ahyehyɛ no foforo. Ye maya hobre. If not that, there is no shortcut to the revival of these two teams. Had to folk cry they were lay foundation in you.
Yeah.
Has a lay foundation.
Because Obenya pitch results no right.
No topping it up. Kotoko new foundation no jibo. Has foundation can see how more pie or more fan mobilization, which is something they must look at. Their relationship with the corporate world. But in terms of infrastructure, has a lay foundation pa Kotoko maybe. Has the some start youth team create Kotoko, but I say Kotoko about be bomb pa. Jibo, I think say if you understand the game now, and
to only GDS Chako be winning watakwa. And draw.
Football comes with its own thing. Football, the normal be but draw. I can believe a draw. I think Kotoko Adriana, the coach looks a bit relaxed, the team looks a bit relaxed, and a pressure new also for the match. If you have around pressure, which is not something we should even be discussing. Some crowd can, as I say, I know as I come and no because big teams build a fortress a home venue, and when big teams build fortress or home venue, they dismantle opponent. Many sure say Madrid players because of Marco Santiago Bernabeu or ball pressure domoso. Hey, AC Milan Jinan and Naso Eche was San Siro was a Parma, and I say you need to be about San Siro no feel comfortable to AC Milan. Shady and answer Manchester City for a building. Yeah, no call out himself train to the Okoje. Barcelona was Spotify Camp Nou. Some come on a do baby could do see a D. Sekotoko bo kumasia na pressure domoso.
It's a benya media masi week you
I see Mediama going to the top because at 1 point. So the worst for Mediama will probably be a draw, which Obama Akunya the same 51 points. Okay. League care for Mahas no Kotoko. Liga Omo that top ain't me winning 4 matches and twice.
Selbet, ebedase ye bet here for so na ye no more abedi enkomo 0322494401 0322494771 ubetimi afre no abedwumedi no Sakito ye fa games no kakra Dreams FC N11 Wonders one ehye
Dreams FC will win.
Nations Airborne against Baseke Holy Stars.
I tip Nations to win.
Okay. Karela and Heart of Lions.
Karela will win. Tamale, they are very strong in Tamale.
Samates, any Brekum Chelsea.
From what I saw from Samates against Kotokono, they should win, but don't also rule out a drawn game or some match.
Young Apostles in Sweden Blast.
A match.
Why be lose be about from?
Yeah, you are lose be in trouble.
And the vision has.
Vision win.
Vision win.
They only hear win no more. Say has
okay. And Ochina media man Kotoko.
You draw.
Okay. Udi baby akase final was matwaso.
Ibacho. Nijidi Hamza.
Se Shibwako yanko.
Se Shibwako. Bela say. Na ene no be nwa imo kakra. Also say big clubs ne se Kotokoni ayi no. I say idi agro. Also ye be share league na tin won. Me ba studio ho. I be ka say de Kotoko management omo yetim no. Say season be so what come over 20 players. What go to 20 players abegum. So bet ne me nya say players in the bed, but won't mean to cake worthy. That you can say cake now. You can't eat your cake and have it. One that year and maximum. Say, be out on what Papa Unya, I with discipline over Timu. You can't say, state management. Omunya says now, Omuko says not on 1 year on Mapamomo.
Okay, Hamza Yadasi, Yamo Bisumba, Udi Baby Akasa Finado was Matwaso.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
I was even me, I can't say Black Star. Mamma mia, how you to coach you between a capacity because you could be able to me and yes, and you coach Yalaban, Papa, you in Brazil after you. Near fancy coaching. If I said yes, back to Kotokonia. If I tell Gibo, I can't say. Oba dunia and never want to only move for part and if you move to the car, I got to come to Lucy. Yan kind of state. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Because I think we near the Kotoko medium and and it's a good way.
Okay, yes, that's it. Udi baby, I can say Finado was Matoso. Okay, when to me, so young other line. So Udi baby, I can say Finado was Matoso.
Oh boy, the bomba chopping watch you.
Made you so.
Bema. Kwaji Pokuni to supermarket.
Kwaji yanko
aba. Na kekere mo kan se check krobia e money form. Ya papa because what Koni has. We said the personal Ghana so one omo so na no be serious ba kotoko de any house no yenye serious titu ya club ya yenye serious kotoko boys no yenye serious me dem sample for yem to bia contact mo ye be mo boy and for mu kolo do so mo o du kolo so o contact so no na ko yem to bia contact mu bi mo ameye
koyo yeda say udi baby akaza finado asma to so
hello yeah simple baganie akem kadenie
simple yetio
yeah ana pay mama tiao and no just when I mean I can't with mama chabi group for the jam fit
simple ne kasa tenten onze adonsem obetimi asa babiem enche na ye sore so na afedwumadi di wo no eso etimi aba abetoa so e de amaye oze wayo say